Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. I am your GM for the evening, Tiana Hansen, and we are here to play Swords and Sages. We're going to dash through these announcements as quickly as we can so that we can get back to the combat that Sabachthani just got yanked out of. So, first and foremost, we are at 59% of the tavern upkeep for the month. We would like to hit the goal by the end of the month. You know, it helps keep the lights on around here and keep things moving.
And ideally, lights up.
Ideally, lights
No,
burning.
that's gravity.
We don't have money for screws.
We need a gravity fund. This is the last show of the month.
It is. It is.
Right.
But you can help us with the tavern upkeep by joining the QNC Patreon, which is patreon.com/questsandchaos. You can donate bits here on Twitch, which quite a few people have already done for today. We'll get to that in a minute. And subscribing on Twitch. Non-monetary ways to help us also include turning on the playlist on YouTube and playing it without ad blockers, because we get ad revenue from that, and it's very much appreciated. If we hit 100% of the tavern upkeep this month, we were going to give away a D&D 5e book of your choice. I would choose Fizzbands because it looks the most interesting at the moment, but you know, it's new. So, friends of the show that we're going to run through really quickly, assuming James stops distracting me. First up are, of course, our dear friends, Birds of Paradise, who provide these gorgeous dice that we get to use on the set. Ezra always uses these beautiful saguaros, and he was holding up, what were those, the Sonoran Sunrise? Sunset?
Arizona sunset.
Arizona sunrise.
One of the two.
I was...
Are they going up or are they coming down?
It's gravity keeping the sun up.
Yeah.
That's Apollo.
Be careful, Thomas. That's going to be the next thing the flat earthers are going to latch on to.
Oh, God.
So, yes, Birds of Paradise, if you go and check out their website, birdsofparadise.com, and use our code chaotic at the checkout, you get 15% off. I got some dice for my nephew for Christmas this year. He doesn't watch these things, so I can say that without spoiling for him.
I think I broke one.
Oh, dear.
What?
I didn't know dice could break.
That's right.
Break it, you buy it, Ezra.
Great stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
The stocking, you need the padding of the stocking.
Although,
You know,
the saguaro will not fit in a stocking.
depends on the stocking, if you get a good-sized stocking. But yes, Birds of Paradise, spelled dice, D-I-C-E, and check them out. They are fantastic. They are fantastic dice. Some of them are the Birds dice. Some of them are the Arizona dice. We love them all. We use them all here. Oh, my God.
Now it's really a cull trip.
Yeah, it is.
Whoa.
Another friend of the show is Nord Games. They make fantastic additional products to use in your tabletop role-playing game, whether you want to add a custom settlement to your world or you want to just reach in and pull out a bomb-hucking goblin and throw that at your players, and then they keep a bomb and don't use it until they're like 11th level and it's not really useful anymore.
It did 2d8 damage in a radius. At the time, that was a lot.
At the time, it was a lot, and then it was hidden from the person who would use it.
And then Fireball came around. Like, it's all.
Yeah.
I am a bomb.
Yeah.
It's a hippo, man.
They prefer GIF.
Hippo person.
They're taking it back, actually. They're taking it back.
Oh, yes, of course. So if you go to nordgamesllc.com/3.html and use our code chaotic20 at the checkout, we get a bit of a kickback from anything that you buy. You get some money off. You are supporting a fantastic small company that we really like. So everyone wins all the way around. On the 18th, which is Thursday of this week, Titan Media Collective is having a community night. Streamers across the collective will be coming together to do something.
Including this guy,
Including
I think,
this
if
guy.
I remember. They're listening.
Do I need to text you and remind you about it?
Yes.
Okay.
5, it's at 5 to 7.
Pacific Standard Time.
And then 7, I've got a home game to get to.
Yes, you do. I know
Yes.
you do. But yes, we're not quite sure what's going to be happening, but whatever it is, Thomas will be involved. Go and heckle him in the chat. Patreon members, one of the benefits that you get is awarding us cards from the Deck of Inspiration created by Thomas. We still have cards left over from last week. Tonight is your last chance to use them before they go away for the month.
They may or may not be beer soaked.
I hope not.
Wait, let's remember what cards we have.
Yes, which ones do you currently have?
Magical key. When this key enters a lock, it automatically opens a regular or magical lock with a DC 15 or less.
So if I use it on Lester, will it open up his heart?
I was going to say that thing.
Boosted swiftness. When consumed, your speed is doubled
Oh, yeah, we just
for
said.
1 minute.
Yeah. Ooh. I like that change on the fly.
I have yet to be part of any combat that is longer than a
I
minute.
don't think I have either. Actually.
Including,
Well, that's it.
including currently a fight with Tiamat. We still haven't gotten to 10 rounds.
We then have one more time, which is sadly just yanked from the deck one. Changed it today. Just on the fly, I'm like, right before I sent it to the printer, I'm like, you know what, I'll change this one.
Wow.
This is you gain 1 extra action on your turn. The rules on the number of spells in a turn still apply. The new one says you get 1 extra attack.
Okay.
So this is a collector's item. I'm putting this on eBay.
Change of fate advantage. Just throw that down there. Change of fate advantage. Thank you, thank you, thank
Do we
you.
need all these?
Boosted swiftness. Your speed is
Yes.
doubled.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys bought some of those, if you recall.
Last week.
So some of those were purchased using leftover bits from you, our wonderful viewers, and some of them were given to us by our wonderful patrons, specifically NGC457, Squeal the Bard, and Duke Fleeg.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of bits. Okay.
Before you get to that, 63%. Look at that. Thank
Wow,
you.
so
guys.
like we just got
Wonderful.
4% of our tavern upkeep from today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
So do that like 8 more times.
All right. So, first of all, 500 bits from Tamako Tora for the TPK fund. I can't decide if that's to me or
I
you.
think it goes to me.
To you.
And I can do it. It's the 6 hit point fund.
It's either to you or to Les.
You know that
But he
one's-
wouldn't kill himself. So.
Keep that.
Keep it.
Enjoy it.
Oh well, thank you. I never use bits.
Why don't you treat yourself to something nice?
Yeah, buy yourself something nice. Kill something nice.
I was gonna say,
So then she won't kill me.
then no one is. I won't be able to kill anyone on this
Yeah.
on this
You know what,
show.
why don't you put a belt of giant strength on one of those skeletons?
Yeah, there we go. 500 bits for PvP shenanigans.
Yay. That never happened. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there are conditional bits from Tamako Tora, and no
Okay.
one's going to get it, I can almost promise. 500 bits from Tamako Tora for whoever can make Tiana do a spit take.
I almost did it last time.
You almost did. I was very impressed, but it has been 3 freaking years, and no one has pulled it off yet. So,
I mean, the challenge has now been issued.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if you
I thought that I would never spill again. Okay, I didn't.
I have decades of experience practicing not spitting when someone makes me laugh.
wait till she drinks and then punch her in the stomach.
And just like yeet myself up.
It counts.
No!
All for the bits.
500 bits from Duke Fleeg for Falling Lights.
Woo!
Yay.
Shouldn't that come from up there?
Well, you know.
Hold on, I need to get limber before this.
Stretch out.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit
We don't
this.
have that kind of time.
500 bits from Pixel Rose. It isn't specified, so because it isn't specified, it goes to the players.
Yay.
1,000 bits. My goodness.
Wow.
1,000
Yes.
bits from Omega Mercy 12 for the players.
0 mega.
0 mega mercy.
0 mech. And then 1,000 bits from Omega Mercy for me.
Use them. You gotta use them.
I guess I have to. Or something, maybe. 300 bits from Samus381 to bring back the goose. I may have dropped a goose emoji in the chat earlier today.
That's, you know.
And then 500
Goose
bits.
is 1,000 bits. You know,
You
that's
know.
what gets the goose back.
It's true. And then 500 bits from Duke Fleeg to balance the bits.
Woo!
Oh,
that one.
Did it go in?
No.
Damn.
almost, though.
All right, let me check and make sure there's nothing. Cool. So that is the bits. That is our friends. That is our sponsors. That is announcements as far as I am aware.
Now the
Yep.
2-minute timer.
Get ready to film this.
If you are a patron, make sure you are in the patron Discord and checking out all the cool stuff that I'm dropping in there.
Because
Yes.
that's where we're going to put the video of Thomas climbing this ladder.
It's very true. Although he's so freaking tall, he only has to go up a few
Still need the
rungs.
ladder, otherwise it's not going to be secure.
Yes, but you only have to go up a few rungs, unlike the rest of us short arses around here.
I believe we established that I tower at 5'10" last time.
Sure. So, for the moment, while we wait for Thomas to go dashing,
To defy gravity.
on your mark, get set, join us as we explore Candlekeep.
This one that turns it on?
And welcome back, everyone. Thomas made it! He did it! We're so proud of him! It was very exciting to watch him go tearing around the studio.
I'm gonna post the video on the Discord.
Yeah, do it. He sat back down with 40 seconds to spare.
Patreon only.
I was incredibly impressed. So, welcome back, everyone, to Swords and Sages. When we last left our players, things are getting perhaps a little dire for them. They are currently in the Shadowfell and making their way toward a... Oh, that makes a weird sound. Okay, cool.
It does make a little weird sound.
Yes. So they're making their way towards a manor or chalet or whatever you would like to call it that has a portal to and from the Shadowfell, or at least this according to the little girl who lives in the book that Sabachthani has been carrying around, known affectionately as the Book of the Raven. # roll credits. So
Hashtag suck.
# suck to suck. And they are currently making their way through the Shadowfell, where literally everything is noticing the light and the warmth that has come from the material plane and wants it. So they have fought their way across a bridge where they received tokens of heroism, charms of heroism, which they can use to cast a one-time heroism spell on themselves. And they have continued onward. Wuya did some experiments with the power of memory in the Shadowfell, and it went about as well as could be expected in the Shadowfell. And he is currently under the effects of dread. So they have continued onward and gone into the forest where, to no one's surprise at all, skeleton archers began shooting at them, and they can hear something approaching in the mist. And they are fighting their way through, and had only just begun the fight when Sabachthani got yanked away. A portal opened up, and a ogre-born tiefling stepped through, said, "Mother needs us," grabbed her, and stepped back through, and the portal closed. Wuya, it is now your turn in combat. Because we return in the middle of combat that Sabachthani was yanked out of.
I cast the fog spell.
We're getting some higher tech stuff. I'm just waiting for that to start leaking water all over the place.
# tavern upkeep.
So, Wuya, what would you like to do?
Yeah, Sorry,
That's a bit much. Is there a way to...
That
Nope,
is
we've
the
already talked
lowest
about
fan.
Yeah, that is.
That fan's off?
That's the lowest fan.
Turn the fan off, see what happens.
Nothing.
Then you
It
could
stops.
just use then you can use the
puffer.
The puffer. And you can just puff every once in a while.
Puff, puff, pass.
Oh. So sad.
Yeah.
It goes away very quickly.
Faster when you blow on it, as it turns out.
Laura is the puffer.
Wait, yeah. Let me get this map.
Sorry, we have a new toy. We're just-
Alright, so, okay, so lowest fan setting, maybe we'll
We'll just all get cancer.
maybe we'll back it up a bit. Can we slide it backwards?
Yeah.
This is what they were playing with when I walked in an hour and a half ago. The last time that I saw a fog machine use the table, Spike was using it for the Tyranny of Dragons campaign that I was in. It wound up dumping
that's
water all
perfect.
over the board.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, cool.
All right, Booyah, you are up.
Yes. Character. So Wuya is just going to see who was recently. Yeah. So Sabachthani was pulled, and Odila dispatched that skeleton by that tree. So Wuya is just going to stand there, and once again, do nothing.
All right. Much to everyone's chagrin, I'm sure. All right.
I'm just holding out hope that Sabachthani is still up there in the initiative order.
You are a very hopeful sort. Thomas, you have longer arms than I do. Can you push that token a little closer in? Just a little bit.
The angels are coming.
Sure. And then, my goodness, I am so not prepared for anything.
Is that an ent? It's moving pretty slow.
Was that 2 squares?
It's an influencer because it's #blessed, so they have to stop taking selfies.
Oh God!
Shadowfell.
Oh God! Winley's in the Shadowfell.
Oh my god. Hey guys.
Winley would be interesting to have in the Shadowfell, I think.
I think this whole party would kill Whitley, so she probably wouldn't do very well.
I would never harm such a genteel flower.
Sure. All right. So, Odila, did you take the hide action? Do you remember? Because I know that you were getting over there, but I don't recall. I think you used your bonus action to dash.
Yeah, and she's like she's interspersing a tree
Yeah.
between herself and
Yeah.
the archer.
Yeah.
But she didn't.
Are you actually that close, or are you like behind it? I don't remember.
I think
It got
I was
knocked-
behind it.
You got knocked over, so
Yeah.
I will accept that. Which gives you partial cover from the skeleton that's about to shoot you.
Okay.
Apparently unbothered by the fog.
I mean, they live in the mists. I assume that a 12 is not going to hit you.
Does not.
Fantastic. So that's turn, and it's actually going to edge back a little bit, having some sense of self-preservation. And
Smart skeleton.
Odila, it is your turn.
Oh, we only have one skeleton left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's use one of these
You want to use the fast one?
swiftness. Yeah.
The speed doubled.
All
So
right.
your speed is doubled for 1 minute.
One.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's a much more powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Timer starts.
So, I don't know how. I mean, I want to go towards the skeleton.
Okay. I mean, you with 60 feet of movement, you will easily make it over there.
Yes. Then I want to use
Is that a bionic man sound?
my
effect?
bonus action first for insightful fighting
To give yourself advantage.
to give.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give-
to be able
give-
to use sneak attack.
Yes.
What, I have to
Since
be
Alondra
inside.
isn't here, I'll use the heavy die that she gave me. Oof.
That's not
Got it.
my
It's my dice box, thank you.
I got a 22 on insight.
Versus like a 1 in charisma in deception.
Okay.
I had to look and see what its modifier, what its negative modifier was.
Yeah. So we're gonna stabby stab.
Stabbity stab.
20. 20.
Hit. Quite neatly.
Yes. Okay. Actually, let's see.
Shoot, I need to email Alan.
3, 6, 11, 15.
Yeah, you come running like so you take a second to consume this this potion, feeling the warmth very brief warmth from the material plane suffuse your body, and then you run up on the skeleton with one of your short swords, your dagger, and describe how you kill him for me, please.
I think she's gonna stab in the ribs, and it like goes in between, and she's just so frustrated. Then she'll rip up, and it actually sounds like a xylophone.
Just for my own bookkeeping.
And now we come out of initiative.
Yeah.
And she's gonna say, "What's the story, Wishbone?" A little reference for anyone who's around my age.
Oh man, I missed that show. It was so good. All right, so yes,
I thought it was the punk band.
That skeleton is quite dead.
So basically, you just downed a monster energy.
That was 100% sweet.
Rooster energy.
Yeah.
Ha! Rooster Booster! Those are fun. All right, so,
Till you have a heart attack.
well, you use them sparingly.
No one does. That's the
Yeah, or you need to get your gallbladder replaced.
Everyone that drinks energy drinks are idiots. Is pretty much what it.
All right, so,
I said it.
from over in this corner, ooh,
Oh, look at that.
that was really cool, I'm sorry. Let's see.
Oh, that's a lot of movements.
Yeah.
Appearing behind you, Odila, out of the mist.
Out of nowhere. The Angel of Death.
It's an angel.
Well, I know what the mini is. I don't know if it's the actual thing, but ooh.
Yes, well. And sure, it'll use its action to dash, and it comes right behind you, Odila, and you can feel this cold, like the Shadowfell is not warm anyway. There's a cold breath all the way down your spine. So that is the entirety of its turn.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Strahd Venzorovich?
Your hair smells beautiful.
Oh God, it's Joe Biden.
Oh.
Lester, it is your turn.
Do I see that thing?
Are you looking back there?
I mean, I knew there was a skeleton back there.
Sure. Your wife just disappeared in front of you.
That's true. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, actually, all I'm going to do this round is go to where she disappeared and just, Saba!
All right. Dewey, take your hit. You are full up, so no hit points, but
Full up?
remember that.
And then I ready an action to be alone.
Do I see anything?
That is a very broad question, my friend.
Do I see that creature over there?
Again, are you looking in that direction?
I think I'm scanning because I'm afraid of.
Okay. It is
Oh.
It is far enough away in the mist that I'd like you to make me a perception check, please.
Forgot to get new dice. Oh wait, here are the new dice.
Why are you carrying a sword?
I have a dagger. 21.
Okay, so you're scanning the field, and your head turns just as this thing comes up behind Odila, and you see it clear as day. Now it does kind of shift and blend into the mist a little bit, so it feels a little bit incorporeal, but it's there. You can see it.
Okay. Sorry. As a bonus action on your turn, I will move the two dancing lights closer to it on that side.
How far can you move?
20 feet? Yes. Oh, actually, up to 60.
Okay. So how close?
I'll
do you
put
want
one
them?
of them next to it and leave the other one out where it is.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I will move 30 feet towards it, and hopefully that puts me
We need the red sticks.
6 inches. And I will launch a ray of frost at it.
Okay.
It's already cold.
And I will change it to fire instead. So it is a ray of flames.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, 18 plus.
Hits.
Should I see what my actual attack is?
Yes.
24.
I mean, yes, hits very solidly.
For 6 points of fire damage, and its movement is somehow slowed by 10 feet.
It's
Okay.
so warm. Oh,
I become lethargic in the heat.
I mean,
I'm cold-blooded.
I'm
Check it and
hashtag blessed
see.
and hot.
you are close enough and got a good enough perception check that when you look at this thing and you see the ray of fire hit it, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you think it should.
Ooh, all right.
I mean, how much did you think it should? This should kill it. Oh.
No, I thought it would do 6 points of damage.
That is a very specific phrase in D&D. Yes. Sabachthani is not here at the moment. Is there anything else you would like to or are able to do, Dewey?
Nope, that's it.
Booyah.
Getting the sense that there isn't a threat towards Wuya. The direction we're heading is that way, right?
You did just see me run over there and go, ah! And launch a fire right next to you.
I look back, then I look forward, and I will take my movement in that direction.
Okay.
Just 5.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Because as James and I arranged at the beginning, he is a small creature, which means he only gets 25 feet of movement.
Yeah, I'm a child. And I will end my turn.
Do you want to use your action to keep moving?
No,
essentially
just-
dash or just...
Just plodding along.
Okay. Excellent.
Your head poking out of the fog.
She's like, doo-doo. Perfectly coiffed hair just going through the fog.
I wouldn't know what that's like. My hair's more coughed.
Sure, this is close enough now.
Is it a boar?
What is that?
Oh my gosh. It's the Hamburglar.
I'm gonna steal your burger. But the skeletons are all dead, so I can remove those off the board. Yes, they all went on the same turn. Waha. Odila.
She is going to whip around to take a good look at what she sees.
Yeah. What you see in front of you is... It's not what you would think of as a ghost, necessarily. Have you seen Crimson Peak?
No.
So, for those who have seen Crimson Peak, I just watched it. So, it looks kind of like a desiccated body with remnants of flesh sort of floating off of it, but all gray. So it sort of is in and out of the mist. You can look at it, you can see it. It is at least somewhat corporeal, but it is, it looks at you with a hungry fire in its eyes.
That's your fault. You set it on fire.
But it looks like it has some solid nature to it.
Yes.
Okay.
It does seem to have some solidity to it.
And so for a split second, she knows she could, probably get away and get out of its reach, but she will stand her ground and really look at dead in the eye and use insightful fighting again to try to get that.
All right.
bonus. Yes.
Okay.
23.
Against its 7, you succeed.
Yay. And then I think I'm gonna have to. I want to hit it with the rapier, which is on my hand,
You can draw you can draw a weapon as part of the attack action.
and I'm not gonna have any disadvantage for using
Nope.
a different hand or anything.
No.
Okay, cool. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Because everyone in D&D is ambidextrous.
I figured Odila would be.
I mean, honestly, like I can see you using your free action to toss the dagger to the other hand and part of the attack action to draw.
Oh yeah!
That's
Imagine
very,
that.
That's very you.
Yes. So she wants to hit.
I'm not
the,
left-handed.
She
God, I
wants
love
to
that
hit
movie.
with the rapier. Attempt to. Ooh, 21.
Hits.
Yes. Okay, where's my? I never used 8. Okay.
Oh,
Gosh, what a waste. That would be only a 6 points of damage.
Your dagger looks.
Oh,
at you.
sorry, 10. Sorry.
All right.
Your dagger looks at you disappointed.
I know, right? I did roll higher with my D4 than my D8, I will say.
12 episodes we've been together. Now you trade me for this?
So it's this beautiful flourish as you toss your dagger from your right hand to your left and draw the rapier and move forward and stab. And it's a decent hit. But the mist around it shifts and you can feel some of the solidity to it. You know that you've done some damage to it, but it's not as much damage as you think it should.
Yeah.
All right, so that is your turn?
Yep.
Cool, and now it's its turn.
Yeah. Hotel's gonna say, I regret my decision.
Do you?
It shifts
No.
one hand to the other hand.
All right, so it is going to reach out toward you and like touch a hand into your cheek, very lightly, very creepily. Okay. But I'm going to bet that a 13 isn't going to hit you.
Oh, it just barely misses.
You got bits.
Yeah.
That's true.
D6 to.
I just want to see people's bits get used.
You know
Yeah.
what? You are completely right. So to our wonderful people who gave bits, who gave me bits, this is your fault.
Yeah.
So your
Thanks.
your AC is a 14 if I
Yeah,
remember
so it's gonna
correctly.
hit.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks.
But none of us are 14.
All ones.
You're not far off. 11, 13, 16 points of necrotic damage.
Ouchers.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oops. That's Constitutions.
That's you all right there, James?
How many of us would that have killed?
Ooh, that's not gonna
Rusty.
be very good. I'm gonna use my last luck to re-roll that.
Okay.
And hopefully not regret that decision. One more. 11. Let me put
I've got.
Yeah,
I've got
let's
D6.
do my thing.
Wait, we can
I'll
give
use
you
mine, I'll use
advantage.
mine.
We can give you advantage.
Oh, that's what Lucky just did.
Yeah.
Oh,
let
we
me
can't do
decide.
double?
Yeah, go. Someone throw me a bit.
D6.
Thank you.
Oh my
Oi.
god.
Oi.
Okay. That's 12 total.
Okay. So when this creature reaches out and touches you, and you feel that cold hand on your cheek, that cold spreads through your entire body, and you feel your heart beating a little bit harder, struggling to keep you standing, essentially. And your hit point maximum has been reduced by the amount of damage that you took.
Shnikes.
Wait, reduced by.
So-
So my current hit points is the highest I can go.
Yep.
Okay.
Until you take a long rest.
Great.
It isn't permanent, but
And because of D&D Beyond, you can change that right there by clicking your hit points.
Yep.
Don't rub it in, man.
Thank you for our lovely friends at D&D Beyond.
wonderful people that they are. And also thank you to our wonderful fans who watch and toss me a bit to the DM to help torment my players.
I mean, really, it's only fair. You know, I'll throw this out there too, you guys. Any of these cards that you want to donate can also go to the GMs.
It's true.
So.
And all of a sudden, the Wraith takes out a healing potion and just, look, I'm not gonna die anymore.
Oh my god.
No, healing damages it.
All right, Lester.
Unfortunately, not here.
Lester, darling, it is your turn.
In 5th edition.
I don't see probably this thing in front of us, given that it's nowhere near any light.
It's a little bit close to that light. Make me a perception check. Just for fun.
I do not see that thing.
Yeah, you do know that there is something in the mist in that direction, and you can sense that it's coming toward you just because you can hear a noise that sounds a little bit like bone on wood, maybe,
All right.
but you can't see it.
I'm going to. I'm going to. How big is this? Nope. Nope. All right. I'm going to reach down and put a hand on Wuya.
Mm-hmm.
And she left me. You're not gonna leave me.
Oh.
We're getting through this together, son. And then I'm gonna ready an action to Eldritch Blast whatever comes through the fog.
All right.
Hopefully it's not white.
Sabachthani.
Where's Rusty?
One Eldritch Blast wouldn't drop her. Dewey, it is your turn.
So moving forward, I have read my character sheet here in D&D Beyond. No, I'm sorry, I don't want to move forward. I can only change the damage type on a spell slot spell.
Okay.
Not a cantrip.
Okay.
I actually thought it was the other way around. I'm like, can I change it on a regular spell? I'm like, oh, I can only change it on a regular spell.
Good to know. Thank you.
So, unfortunately,
You know what's unfortunate? With the amount we spent on this damn fog machine, we're going to be in the Shadowfell for the rest of this whole...
I mean, get ready for Curse of Strahd.
The hero of Chicory.
do I think... I wish we had the card that said immunities, that we know the immunities.
And you guys turned that down last week.
It's okay.
You never get in combat.
I'm gonna cast a spell. Am I 30 feet away? Boom! I'm gonna cast Agonazer's Scorcher,
All right.
which is a dex save.
All right. I will point out, just so you know, that you know that the fire didn't work, or that the fire was less effective. So
Good.
you because I'm
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna make it
I'm not
cold.
gonna
I'm
take
gonna
that.
make it cold damage
Of course you are.
because that's my only other option.
Go the other direction.
Agonizer's milkshake.
Oh, my head.
Alondra, did you curse this die so that it rolls low for the GM? Just
Yay,
out of
thank you,
curiosity.
thank
That is a 6.
As she's driving
Gonna
up, she's
fail
just like,
unless
don't
you-
TPK,
Oh, yeah,
don't
you
TPK.
can't. So you could not even succeed with a d6. So that is 3d8 cold damage.
Can you only
Come
flip-flop
on.
between fire and cold?
Yeah, for now. Any damage type that I know. I could actually do necrotic, but I don't think that would do much. Ooh, that's 8 plus 3 is 11 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Do I think it took all of the cold damage?
You do not. 11, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You've definitely got its attention, though.
And then I'm going to move the other dancing light next to it. I'm going to move these two dancing lights out towards this direction.
Okay.
You can go, yeah, I can go 60. So if I move one and I see it, I'll move that one just to half that distance.
Okay.
And then I will move. I don't think they have spells. Do they have spells?
Do they have spells?
I'll hoof it 30 feet towards the closest tree to me.
This one?
Nope.
mean,
To
that is
me,
Oh.
Thomas.
I was like, you need to specify which one you mean. So you mean this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Downstage.
Yeah. Downstage, upstage, stage right, or...
Camera left.
All right.
So can I now see that to Eldritch Blast it?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Uh,
Well, yeah. It's
Set
now
up.
even more lit up.
yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Fantastic.
Oh, you hit Wuya.
I shoot the dancing light. Yeah, I used the wrong handle. Oh my God.
I got this
We
Wuya.
can use a change of fate.
We can.
I
Not
mean,
on a
advantage
natural
is
one.
not going to help a lot.
Advantage
Oh, actually, yeah, you could on that.
that's just a straight reroll.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah.
That's yeah.
If you would like to use it.
Yes.
Whoa.
Nice.
Our
Hello.
last session. We gotta use them.
Are you trying to cosplay Gambit?
No, Letterman.
Ah. In the box.
That is a 13.
I'm gonna D6. it.
Yes. All right.
'Cause
All right.
That's close.
That is a 16.
Hits.
All right. That is
Thank you guys.
Yes.
Thanks.
Oh, he could vault. That is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
My dice do not want to. I might have to bring in the broken dice.
The caltrop.
I will tell you though that you see it and you see it reverberate, rock back from that attack, and you do think that it took all of that damage.
Does it look similar to the thing behind us?
No.
Oh.
It's got much better hair.
It actually looks a lot more like a corpse, but moves with more fluidity than a typical zombie.
Okay. Is
You would know this, so that's why I'm just giving that to you for free.
it the sound of the step, slide, step, slide?
That's the one. All right. So that was Dewey's
It's an
turn.
undead line dancer.
Woo-ya, it is your turn.
Does Lester's plea for staying get through to me?
Lester, roll me a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion is one of my specialties.
You are a charisma creature.
If only I'd lied to you. Deception is my real specialty. It's gonna be fine. Good lord, that is a 13.
Do you want to use an inspiration on that?
Sure, I've got one.
Yeah, we want to put the kid in the fight.
That is a 15.
That is enough. Go ahead and roll your wisdom save.
All right. Ooh, that's a 23.
All right, so you are the oppressive. Ever since what you saw the night before, you have been walking in a fog of dread. Everything around here is going to kill you. You might as well just go ahead and give up now. And as Lester touches your shoulder and says that, you feel the warmth of his hand on your shoulder seeping through your clothing, and you remember why you're fighting. You remember why you've kept studying and looking, and you shake your head, and the effects of dread are gone.
Okay. In that case, I will take stock of my surroundings, see that the blast went in that direction after kind of like the vignetting ends, and I will look over there and I'll take my 25 towards it. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's within 30? Yeah, that's
Yes.
okay. Cool. I will.
If it is the space of my hand, it's probably about 30.
I will cast Witch Bolt.
All right.
And let's see if I 25 to hit.
Hits.
And D12s. I know what these look like now. For 11 damage.
Nikes.
Very nice.
Hey.
So, Lester, what you see in this moment, because the kid has been kind of weird all day, and
Kid's been kind of weird since I met him.
more weird than usual, and you've seen how he has not been in the fight this whole time, and then you see him, when you look down at him, you see him like pause and shake his head as if he's seeing thoughts, images, flashes of memory. And then he looks up and looks over toward that creature and moves forward with purpose. What does it look like when you cast this witch bolt?
Darth Sidious. Just double hands of lightning just going.
I see him, like,
And because he's an 8-year-old boy,
Yeah,
he'll shoot
it really-
straight out. He gets
yeah.
right in the junk.
To borrow a phrase from Terry Pratchett that I used actually fairly recently, if their hands are above your head, their nuts are at biting level.
I totally see, like, I have my hand and you go, like, when you stepped, you're like, don't worry, Mr. Moreover.
Just silently with purpose, Wuya just unleashes a lightning through, like, arcing between all 10 of the fingers, and it just concentrates into a singular blast that coalesces around this fleshy creature.
All right, and it looks like it took all of that damage. So it is shuddering and shaking with the impact, and that line of lightning is still linked between you and this creature, maintained with the force of your concentration of your will. Mm-hmm. Well done. And that...
About to cast that same spell.
And that is the end of your turn. On its turn, this creature moves forward.
Into the lightning.
Right into you.
What's up, bro?
Sure. So it draws a long sword that it has at its hip, and slashes at you.
Okay.
Alondra, we need to talk.
There's a whole collection of birds of paradise right over here.
I mean, yes,
Do you want the broken dice?
I'm fine. So that one I believe misses because it's a 10.
Ooh! That was close.
That falls under only just. You have one more chance. One. As it's going to slash at you once again. And it has, I will say, it has it in both hands. There we go. 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
And that is a d10 because it's in both hands. Where's just a regular 10? There you are. For 11 points of damage.
Oof. Chunk. I'd still rather be fighting this thing than that other thing.
Right?
So, and make me a concentration.
Yes, thank you. And
Check.
Warcaster, I have advantage.
Yes, sir.
Shit.
still have
But an
bits.
11.
You have to hit 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher, and 10 is the highest on that. So you are maintaining concentration, looking up at this creature and basically like pushing your hands into it with the lightning. All right, Odilla, it is your turn.
Can you remind me what our charm necklaces do?
They give you the effects of the heroism spell, which
I know what it did in first edition.
I actually still have heroism pulled up. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from this spell.
What if I do not have a spell casting?
It is the modifier of the person who created the charm.
Oh, I see. But I can have temporary hit points on top of my
Yep.
maximum. Wait, and that's gonna be an action to use it?
It will be an action to trigger it.
Yeah. So she's feeling weak. She kind of looks at it, and she'll use her action to activate that to get some temporary hit points.
And now we'll find out the caster level.
Yeah.
You get 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Yeah.
More than my spellcasting.
It was not a low level caster who created this. It is getting warm in here.
But Odilla is still looking pretty weak, so she is going to just look at, and she's kind of swaying and say, well, I'll see you around, and she'll use her bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and then run the full double distance.
Where are you going?
Towards that first tree from the first skeleton,
If
as
you
far
had
as she can.
749 in the pool.
Oh, the tree from the first skeleton she killed?
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. 55, 60.
Yeah.
There?
And I imagine she kind of like leans up against the tree, because she's still feeling pretty
Yeah,
out of it.
I imagine. All right. Ooh, thank you. Much obliged. All right, so this creature, deprived of its prey, is going to turn and assess the field.
Does
And
it still have limited movement? Or is that only one turn?
that was the previous
I
turn. I think
think-
it's to the
yeah,
end
only
of the
one
turn, so
Okay.
that should be.
Did you just go invisible?
No.
No.
I mean, she ran.
Oh, did you run someplace? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I missed a little bit.
I appreciate you turning on the AC.
I still have double movement.
It's a little
so that's why I went
foggy,
so far.
the AC is.
Yeah.
Clean the filter.
I mean, you know, it's a thing. So it's going to turn around and assess the field, and it's gonna come up behind Lester. It should.
It's got a lot of
Yeah,
move.
it has enough movement to get to you.
Whoa, that is a lot of
It
movement.
has the same amount of movement as you do.
Oh dear. Good thing it didn't come after me then.
I'm guessing it's silent, too.
Not so. Yes, but also you are alert enough because it's not trying to be stealthy that you can feel its cold presence come up behind you. So you're not surprised by this. But it is going to reach out and just like stroke a hand down the back of your head and rest its hand on the nape of your neck.
Come on, Joe. Knock it off.
I will throw this at you, and it's metal. It's not going to be pleasant. A 17 to hit.
That will easily hit. Although my hair is armor class 16.
You know,
A lot of product.
I completely believe that.
It's a magic shell.
All right. So that is 18 points of necrotic damage.
Ow. So, and now I have to make that saving throw. Now the temporary hit points won't count towards that threshold, right? So I'll only lose 12 of the total hit points?
Correct. Okay. So yeah, you'll lose the temporary hit points, and then whatever's taken off of your regular.
That's an 18 on the save. It's a con save, right?
You succeed on that saving throw.
That would be the dirty 20 that the kids love to talk about.
Quite.
The dirty 20.
The dirty 20. Yes.
Yeah.
You feel this thing touch the back of your neck, and you can feel the cold trying to spread through your whole body, but the heat of your patron's magic and the strength of your own will presses back against it, pushing that cold away from your vital organs. It's
so I don't take the...
You take the damage, but your hit point maximum is not reduced, so you can heal.
So 12 points damage.
All right. And Lester, it is your turn.
I need to get 6 more hit points from somewhere. Rusty. Okay, well, this actually helps me out. It's time for a cloud of beetles to peer around me. So this is Arms of Hadar. Except for me, it's cloud of beetles. So essentially, I open my neck and just beetles start pouring out, and there is everything within 10 feet of me is battered by
You're far enough away.
these beetles. It is a strength saving throw.
Ooh.
So it's a bunch of small beetles running, going julep, 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 julep.
You wanna julep? You wanna julep? Come on, julep, julep, julep.
That is a 13.
What is my? Nope, 14. Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's -2 strength helped you out a bit here.
Yay.
Nah.
So this well
Mostly because I think if I use too many more bits, I'm going to kill all of you.
here's the not great part. It's 2d6 necrotic damage.
I'm waiting to see what happens.
And it can't take a reaction until its next turn.
Okay.
So that is 5 points of necrotic damage.
So your beetles rise up around you in this cloud, battering everything around you. You did take note that Dewey was far enough away that he probably wouldn't catch more than just like a stray nick here and there.
I was really watching Wuya to make sure Wuya.
He's well out of the way, and the creature behind you just chuckles.
Yeah.
As it takes no damage.
The good news is it does not get a reaction as I leave its zone of control.
There you go.
So I will go. I'll take my move towards the tree and let Dewey be the closest thing to that thing.
Fair enough.
Throaty chortle.
And that is the end of your turn. Dewey, what would you like to do?
It's right there.
I'm gonna run up to it and yell, "Pick on someone your own size! Pick on someone your own size!" And
You say as you're looking up at something that's a full head taller
and I
than
am
you.
going to cast Inflict Wounds with cold damage.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That
That is a natural one.
Let's give you
yeah.
advantage.
Yes.
Oh,
Right, you hit. Thanks, dude.
10.
Inspiration?
We have 2
1,
bits.
2, 3.
Oh, we have 3.
Okay, it's a D6. I gotta.
Yeah,
As
that's
far
it.
as I know, that
Yep.
I have to get a D6.
You can do it.
1/17 of a kick.
Oh, wait. In the box.
Same.
5.
You
15.
Yeah!
See what your bits do.
hit.
Save us.
So you reach out and this like dark but holy energy coalesces around your hand, but as you focus on it, it turns into blisteringly cold white blue as you reach out and touch it. Roll me some damage.
Wow, too bad that's a No, actually 10. 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And I am going to position myself between it and my other fellows.
So about there-ish?
Yep.
All right.
And come at me, bro.
Oh, that actually reminds me, Baroness. I believe we got some bits after the intro. So if you want to put those in, brilliant.
We technically never started combat.
I mean, we started in combat,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
yeah. Dewey, that was your turn. Anything else?
I'm thinking. Nope.
All right. Well, yeah.
So after taking that blade straight to the collarbone, Wuya is just going to shove both of his hands and touch this creature's face and continue to witch bolt away as lightning energy just coalesces around his face for 10 damage.
Excellent. Yeah, it's screaming at this point, and it's screaming right in your face.
Mm-hmm. And with stoic maturity, he just continues to grasp harder as lightning courses into its head.
All right. And it is now shuddering in your grip a bit. It is very well past bloodied.
D&D term.
But it is going to try and attack you again. This time it's going to reach down and grab your face as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But a 7 is not going to do it.
Nope. Just squeeze harder.
And it snarls and yells and it pulls its long sword back and tries to strike down at you. And it goes wide, like it cuts a swath through the Shadowfell land beneath you. It can't quite calibrate for how fucking short you are. And it snarls and howls at you in rage and fear, almost. And since we are at the bottom of this round, we're gonna go ahead and do some bits. So, 1,000 bits from Semis381 to really bring back the goose.
Ooh.
Oh, that's us?
It was not specified, so yes.
To the goose.
Okay.
500 bits from Tomago Tora for the great honkening.
Jesus.
Okay.
Y'all really want this goose.
Our party name has to be something with a goose. in it.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
love
why,
this.
but I feel compelled to call us the Goose Hunters.
251 bits from Pixel Rose to bring back the goose. I think that was to finish a thing from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And
was
1,000 bits from the Baroness to counterspell summon goose.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite
Actually,
Twitch
thank
user. I won't have a word.
Since James
said
was not
against
paying attention to me.
I was saying thank you to the Baroness.
it. The best.
Oh, wonderful. And finally, 500 from Duke Fleeg for the players.
Yay. Oh, good.
Good catch.
We're gonna need all
All
of
right,
this.
so now you
I don't know
guys.
what the rest of you are doing, but I'm
Yeah.
because I'm the only one that can catch.
We should buy some cards, to be honest. Okay, we'll see. We'll go through these. And
Can
then
we
we'll
buy
see.
those in the middle, or is that only at
Let's
the
go.
end?
I mean, anybody can double their speed if we think that's a... Because that lasts for a
Well, I mean,
while.
she's still on there.
Yeah.
I'm still on that.
Still on that monster.
She's forking the snake.
Okay.
All right, so top of the lineup. Odila, your turn.
Okay, Odila is going to step forward towards the Cold Angel, only far enough to get within 20 feet so she can throw her dagger.
Okay, so you only move up just a little bit.
Okay. And then she is going to throw her dagger.
Your dagger's like, really?
Now you come back to me.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, your dagger is like, really?
13. Let's
Look,
maybe
yeah, toss that.
Yeah, let's add it as. Okay.
Consent.
You have
Ezra.
to make eye contact
Bit,
first.
yeah, bit consent.
Gotta make that eye contact lock, you know?
I was aiming
Stage
for the head.
combat.
That's the-
Gotta lock them eyes.
You know what? I am going to be kind. 13 hits on the nose.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Good.
These things are not strong.
Know that now. Awesome. Okay. And then I get my sneak attack. Thank you, Dewey, for running right up on it.
Yep.
Yay! For 13 points.
All right.
Piercing. Oh, sorry. 17. Thank you.
It's that chair, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the Aaron curse.
If it were a chair, she'd have killed it already.
Probably. Yeah, you fling your dagger forward, and you think for a second that it's going to miss, like a wisp of its floating ichor. Seems like it misdirected, and then you hear the as it hits true.
Yeah.
And again, it does not do as much damage as you think it should, but it does. It is pretty meaty.
Does the dagger like give me a look like, see, you should do something?
No, the dagger's giving the rapier the look.
Yeah. Yeah,
See,
right.
see.
And then she's still not feeling 100%, so she kind of just gives a long heave and just looks at Dewey and says, I'm sorry, Dewey. And she's going to use the rest of her movement towards this tree and use her bonus action to hide. Which would be, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So roll me a stealth check, please.
Nice. Okay.
Her I'm sorry, Dewey, is a lot nicer than my I'm sorry.
So that will be only an 11.
Okay. You feel well hidden.
Okay.
Even I can see you.
Yeah. All right, Odila, that was your turn. But fortunately, the creature that you threw the knife at has more interesting prey directly in front of it. So it is going to look down at, not very far down, but down enough at Dewey and reach out and touch his face. And you have mage armor on right now, correct?
I do.
So that is not going to hit you. That is a 15.
Wow.
Yeah, you're able to just like jerk away from its hand as it's trying to reach down and touch you, and it snarls in your face. That is,
I just say pathetic.
Whoa. Fighting words.
and it just looks at you. And if a creature like this could raise its eyebrows, it would have. That is your turn. That is its turn. Lester.
You know, this is just too fun not to do. So I'm going to Witch Bolt the thing that Wuya is fighting.
All right.
So this is just sort of, I reach out my hand and a glowing green beetle just kind of meanders over and lands on the thing. And then all of a sudden there's just a line of like pestilence connecting me to that beetle.
All right. Roll me an attack roll.
That is a 21.
Going to hit very ably.
All right. One difference between your Witch Bolt and mine, son. Mine does 2d12.
I used a level 1.
Oh, I didn't.
But you've also used all your spell slots.
I only have one spell. Oh, good lord. Still, that's only 7 points of damage.
Okay. But it does take all of that damage, and it is now shuddering in from two directions, just sort of trying to figure out which way to go and not really sure what to do at this point.
Don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams. Dewey, your turn.
It's a free action. I'm going to draw my dagger.
Indeed.
And then I am going to cast Agonizer's Scorcher, cold version. Dex 14.
All right.
Agonizers?
Agonizers.
Avocado.
Avocado.
And that's
Scorcher.
at the critter in front of you.
Yep.
Just a baked avocado, crack an egg on top,
I'm going to retire this die. That was a 5.
bake it at 325 for 10 minutes.
Ooh, that is 15. Ooh, 23 points of cold damage.
Very nice.
Halved, probably.
Yes. 23 down to 11. You are making progress. It is now well and truly bloodied.
I am. I'm gonna bring in all the dancing lights closer, just right behind him. Just like have him come right. Actually, put him. Yeah. And then I'll bring this one in too.
Just beautifully backlit
I know.
in the fog. The
Now very
diffusion.
dark.
Yeah, both of these two.
Now poor Odilla's in the dark.
Well, if it, I'll just by around this thing, whatever that thing is. Well, if it turns around to look, it can't see because it's bright light right there.
But it's not sunlight,
All right, that's all I got.
which I did in fact look at to make sure that that was the case. I mean, it's not sunlight, right? No, that's a different spell. All right, that was Dewey. Wooyah.
Seeing the growing simulation of fear in this creature's eyes, Wuya's gonna drop the witch bolt and just about 20 feet behind it, pick a spot and cast sleep.
Okay.
13, 25, 27 hit points. Does it go to sleep? If it does.
Can it go to sleep?
Can it go to sleep is the question.
No.
Mmm.
It is an undead.
Okay.
You know, experimentation is important.
It is.
Exactly.
I had to look at the spell because I was like, wait, there's something that is immune to that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So, there's you cast the spell and you see the radiating sleep storm radiating out from the center of where you pick, and
Lester ducks.
you can feel it just close enough to make your eyelids droop for just a second, and it just looks at you. It isn't intelligent enough to laugh at you, but if it could.
well, I tried to give it mercy.
Well, that was probably a mistake. All right, so this creature is going to take 2 longsword attacks on you.
Okay.
And I've switched dice. Hey, that seems to help. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then it like reverses its grip to swing up at you again. For a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 hits.
And might infect.
And minimum damage, 3.
Yeah.
So now it's the D10 that needs to go into timeout. All right, but that is the end of its turn because it doesn't want to move away from you.
No.
And Odilla.
She is going to do something similar. She is going to move out from behind the tree enough to get within 20 feet. I don't know. Can you tell me how far that is?
20, 30. Yeah, about there.
So she'll pull out her other dagger to throw it.
All right.
Yeah.
I hope it's just that casual emotion. Just like,
That is pretty much exactly how she'd fling a dagger.
Yeah. Oh. Change of fate. Change of fate.
Yeah.
we have 1 left.
Yeah, but we could buy some cards, right?
Yeah.
Right in the hands. It's the worst place to hit when you're passing.
Okay.
Right in the hands.
15.
Hits.
And I will remember.
Ooh.
And that dagger is so much better than that rapier.
19.
It definitely has something to prove at this point. It's still standing, but it's definitely kind of, you can see pieces of it like phasing in and out of existence as it's struggling to hold its form together.
Yeah, good. And she's going to return back to her tree, use the rest of her double movement, and use a bonus action to hide again.
All right, roll me a stealth check, please.
Let's do better this time. Oh, yes. 25.
You are the mist. Yeah, you duck behind the tree, and the mist just comes up and engulfs you. You are, for the purposes of this, hidden, which makes you an unseen attacker the next time that you attack.
I don't know what that means.
That means you get advantage,
I'll probably need it.
which is candy for a.
Yes.
I had a word and it disappeared. All right, so this creature is going to look down at Dewey, and again, you can see it coalescing in and out of existence, and it like blinks a little bit, but instead of like blinking its eyes, its whole body blinks out of existence and then back in just as fast as an eye blink, and then it reaches down to touch you. Again, it's got 1 string to its bow, man. And that is an 18 to hit.
Shield.
All right. Shield, give
It's
it.
my AC 21 for this attack.
Let's see. 18. Should I use an inspiration?
Oh, you can.
You should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
From experience, when a player uses shield, definitely inspo.
That is definitely the time to use it. Yeah, I'm going to use that. So that was 18. I need to get a 3 or better, yeah?
Yeah.
6.
Okay, that hits.
All right. So, where are all my d8s? In the box.
Pretty wet over here, guys.
We'll have to talk about the sound that makes during the after show.
Yeah. 19 points of damage.
You know, it's just replacing James' normal bong sound.
Boom. Wowza.
And
Okay.
make me a Constitution saving
Charmingly
throw,
innocent
please.
as you could have taken that.
Natural 20 for 21.
Yeah, so you feel this cold radiating through you, stealing a significant chunk of your life force, but you are able to push it back enough so that you feel like you can still feel the warmth of that potion radiating through you. Remember to use that at the top of your turn.
Yes.
And it can still heal you. So you're not fine, but your hit point total hasn't been reduced.
Yes.
Lester, are you going to continue Witch Bolt?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Sadly, the 2d12 is only the initial damage.
Fair.
That's 5 points.
All right.
Lightning, if it matters.
It does. And it's still standing. Just.
Oh, I needed that 6 hit points.
Is that so?
You can go over there. Fine. All right. Dewey.
Hold on, I need to make a perception check. Oh, dang it. All right.
What are you trying to perceive?
If I heard Lester say, dang it, I need that temporary hit points. So that's 4 points that I'm healing with my potion.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not leaving me with much, to be honest with you. So...
I can close the spell tab now.
That's assuming I hit.
No, I only
Hold
have.
on. I need to see what bonus actions I have. Two weapon fighting. Great.
Right? I'm like, what bonus actions do wizards have? Nothing.
I can headbutt.
Goon.
You have 2 weapon fighting?
Yeah, well, everyone does.
Oh, yeah, the offhand attack.
Yeah.
It's not the
It's
fighting
very
style.
confusing because it's totally useless. All right.
I mean,
I use it.
Do you have a feat that makes it better?
I used it in the beginning when I would have both my daggers out.
what would you like to do, Dewey?
I am gonna
You
turn
might
around.
You might disengage.
I am gonna turn around and I am gonna Ray of Frost that thing fighting Mooyah.
Oh.
Stealing my...
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, that's only a 12.
I'm not going to second inspiration for that.
Yeah, no. Concentration.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
12 plus 2, 14.
14 hits on the nose.
Yay.
Roll damage.
Nope.
It's gonna be fire damage. 8 points of fire damage.
Oh no, Dewey, we gotta keep walking this way. Sorry, brother.
So you are able to you're taller than Wuya, so you can see this thing over his head, and you kind of gesture and throw the fire, and Wuya, right in front of you, this creature turns into a pyre. It does not smell good.
Does the stuntman firefly.
And it shrieks loudly enough to make your ears ring as it disappears into a pile of ash.
That fox is dead.
Also, 500 bits from Squeal the Bard to throw the book at Odilla. She needs an easy kill.
Yes.
And then I am going to... Shoot.
You're going to shoot? You're going to do what?
I'm going to stand there.
Okay.
With your back to it.
I'm going to turn around and taunt it.
See what I just did, your friend.
What do you say to it?
You're so hollow. You got like no soul.
Good one, Dewey.
Dewey, the arbiter of soul. You clap on 1 and 3 habitually, son.
Oh, that hits hard in the swing heart. Right in the jazz.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you are up.
After just a brief moment of pity for the burning flesh in front of me,
And for me, for no temporary hit points.
I will just turn to the other one by Dewey. Just turn, not walk over. And do I actually want to cast a spell? I don't know what's gonna come up later. I will cast Mind Sliver on it. So a intelligence saving throw, please.
Does that work on it, then?
Is that psychic?
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Good testing.
Intelligence, you say? That is a 7.
Feel so.
In the box, friendo.
3 psychic damage, and the next saving throw it has is a -4.
And that's 3 total?
3 total.
Okay. It seems to take all of that. You can hear the shriek echoing through this little clearing loudly enough that you're kind of worried it might draw other things to you. But it does like put its hands up to its head and like shake, trying to figure out which direction is which. Odella, it is your turn.
She's out of daggers, so she's gonna use the movement to get right up behind it and slash it, or pierce it with the rapier.
Pull one of the daggers out of it. And then just
I thought of that, but the rapier doesn't
And
do damage.
and you do have
Yes,
advantage because
yes.
you're coming in from the mist.
Okay, so that will be like a 24. Yes. And Dewey, thank you for staying right next to her.
The number of times that I've said that to this.
Oh my gosh, this D8! What the heck? Keep rolling ones on a D8.
Your 2 daggers.
Yeah, exactly.
They just look at you accusingly.
They're like Clippy.
Okay.
12 episodes!
You look like you're trying to stab
So
something.
13.
Okay.
12 episodes you've used us.
It's still up.
Can I use a bonus action to pull out my dagger from its back or from wherever I?
To draw
where
it's
it's
drawing a weapon.
I'll allow that, yeah.
And I'll take this back while I'm back. And yeah, she'll just stay there.
All right. Now caught between.
A dork in a hard place.
Did you cast shield in the last turn? Do I remember that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Fun. Let me see. It does not seem to notice the shimmering energy around you, so it tries to reach out and touch you again.
Is it still up?
Yes.
Oh. It's
Shield a full round?
Or is it just one attack?
I thought it was just. Well,
That was a round for a shield.
It lasts until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, at the start of my next turn.
Or the start of your next turn,
my
excuse me.
next turn. Yep.
And I mean, even without that, it doesn't hit you. And it just snarls and looks around, looking like a trapped animal at this point. Lester, it is your turn.
Come on, Lester.
it's time for an Eldritch Blast. I need 6 hit points.
Yes.
It's time for an Eldritch Blast.
Your time to shine.
Oy, that might not get it done. That's a 12. We can
Inspiration.
add-
Inspiration.
Yeah.
We need one. We need at least one more point. 13 hits.
13 does hit.
So I mean.
Well, that's 2 more
Yay.
Yeah,
All
one to
right.
spare.
for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Wait, is Andrea still here? No, man, I might need to switch dice.
So, hold that thought though,
Oh.
because force damage is not something that it has resistance to. So as you throw your hand out and this beetle goes shooting out of it, you peg this thing through the temple, and it coalesces just enough to look at you, before dissolving into mist.
You did it.
Your beetle headbutted.
Was it the little-known woodpecker beetle?
And we are out of combat.
We survived. Odila,
I was not entirely confident that you would, because that was a CR3 and a CR5 critter.
Yikes.
I almost made it
So
out.
there's still another dagger, so she's gonna pull out her other dagger from. She's gonna sheath the rapier, pull out the daggers, and say, "I'm so sorry."
Maybe don't kiss the things that have just been in the back of the unholy.
She'll kiss the hilts.
And since since the potion does last for a full minute, go ahead and roll the healing dice 2 more times. I don't remember how many rounds you guys did, but she seems about right.
All right, so that is going to be 5 healing.
All right. And as you take a moment to catch your breath and look around, some of you fairly wounded, some of you feeling very weak after all of that, you look around and there is no sign of Dewey is basically standing right where the portal opened, and there is no sign of the portal, Sabachthani, or the ogre-born tiefling that came through. All the silence of the Shadowfell settles back over you as the mist continues to swirl around you.
Where's Sabachthani?
She was called home. That is never a good thing.
Okay. So our priorities are still get out of the Shadowfell first, then.
Yes. I think you seem much the worse for wear. I think we need to find a place to rest.
Yes, a safe place to rest.
Well,
As safe as possible.
yeah. Wuya, are you back amongst the land of the living?
Wuya is looking at the undead at the current moment, and he actually does chuckle a little bit to that statement. Yes, Mr. Morehofer.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you for the mental shake.
Of course, son, of course.
Oh, I could use a milkshake.
I wouldn't recommend summoning one here.
Yeah.
Miss Analde, you are probably the most able of us to figure out a safe place to rest. Maybe we press on until you find a spot you deem suitable?
Yeah.
All right.
How does everyone look?
I look terrific. I
Odila
feel like
definitely
hell.
would appreciate a long rest.
There is blood soaking Wuya's robes at the moment.
I just have this finger mark, like looks like I was slapped really hard. Like, yeah, I guess I could. I don't. Here? Do we want to?
No, we need to find a safe spot.
Okay.
As safe as possible to you.
This is only, or like game-wise, this has only been a couple hours since we woke up, right?
Because you took about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to the forest, and then you were traveling through the forest for another hour or two. So
It's like midday.
it's about where you would stop for lunch.
I mean, a short rest now would help greatly.
It's not gonna help me, but help you guys.
I mean, I'm fairly certain lightning won't strike twice.
I can keep the lights in or turn them off, and we just maybe we just travel a little bit further until we find
Could we
something.
short rest in your rope trick?
I can't cast that
All right.
right now.
Well, then let's find a somewhat defensible spot and let's take a short rest.
Yes.
And then if as we travel on we find a perfect place to rest, we'll take that. If not, we'll take the best we can find towards the end of the day.
Is it possible for Mrs. Moreover to return to this spot?
I certainly hope not. I have no doubt that when she is done with whatever she is doing, that she will find us. We need not find her.
Okay.
She can hear my heart wherever she is.
And at that comment, we will kind of look down and just, well, we better get going then.
Yeah.
All right. So the four of you now continue to travel through the forest of the Shadowfell. Are you stopping somewhere for a short rest?
I
Yeah.
would like
Yeah,
to.
if we find a good spot, yeah.
All right. So traveling a little ways, you find an area where some of the smaller trees have grown into sort of a bower shape. It's not very big. You'll have to get pretty cozy, but it is small enough that you can defend it fairly easily, and all four of you will fit inside.
Okay.
So anyone who would like to take a short rest may do so.
I will use.
Except
Yeah.
except Odilla. Well, I mean, you can take the short rest, but
Doesn't do anything.
not for healing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I will use all of my hit die because that. 3, 6. Ooh.
This is why I have to keep throwing stronger and stronger monsters at y'all, because you walk through the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, without the cards, that
would have been.
Which is why, which is,
Yes.
and we'll talk about this in the after show, but yeah.
I will also
Maybe
use.
during our break, we will buy more cards.
I will also use Arcane Recovery to get
Same.
2 spells back.
Okay. So you're getting 2 level 1 spell
Yeah.
slots.
I got 1 level 2.
Okay.
I'm almost back to full.
And in this little bower shape, we all will just sit at the front and just like be the one watching, but just back to the group right now.
Okay. So with everyone having done their long rest,
Short.
short rest. Yes, words, things. The four of you press on through the forest, hopeful, since you are still following the wagon trail, that this is leading in the direction that you want it to. Again, Iris, as far as I'm aware, is still moved away.
Yeah.
So all you have is your own internal sense, and in a forest that is difficult, and the wagon track that you are following.
I'm keeping the dancing lights very low to the ground and just close to in front of us.
And can just like continuously recasting when necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And on that, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. 'Cause it
We're
seems
going
like-
to take a short rest.
We're gonna take a quick bathroom break and might even get some potato chips in there. I might finish my cookie. Cookie. So thank you all for joining us thus far. Please stick around through the break for as long as it takes all of us to use the restroom, and we'll be back shortly.
That's how you dodge the math.
Yes.
Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that Tavern Upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, but in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the Deck of Inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our tavern upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
Will it carry over though?
We've got
Yeah.
This is the last show.
Oh,
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. They're debating whether or not they should use the bits that you people so wonderfully gave to us in the last fight in order to buy more cards. I will point out this is the last episode of the month because we are taking the 22nd to the 29th off because people are traveling. It is the holiday season. Everyone's in motion, and so we are not going to be here for the next 2 weeks. So, this is effectively the last show of the month for Q&C.
You are shutting it down for this month.
With the exception of the Redacted Reports, which comes out every Wednesday. This is going to be the last live show of the month. Enjoy it while it lasts.
And I should point out there are 17 bits in the boy.
Well, we might have a lot then.
Yeah,
might trigger.
8 more. I can't do math.
We've got
right
8.
here.
We've got 8
5.
out showing.
Yeah, when it hits 25, it triggers. So.
I mean, Lester may have to try and hit Rusty, and it could
Yeah.
take a bit out.
I bet I can get a second. I can get a second to kill Rusty.
I thank you for all the bits.
Yes, thank you guys.
Did our tavern upkeep percentage go up?
Yeah, I bet.
We should look at it. It's I can barely read this one. Who designed this crap? 65%.
I think that's the person in the all black
Nice
button up.
Hey, this is a different shirt than I wore in that video. Just
Yeah, you've
saying.
got like 7 of them.
Show blacks.
Yes, exactly. I went and bought a bunch of black shirts after the last show that I did because, well. But yes, we have just finished combat, and they are just finishing up a short rest. And unless you all want to do anything in that short rest.
Just at the base of that short rest, you all watch as Wuya just takes a little tube out from his pocket and drinks it, and it is the alcohol that he stowed away, but I will cast False Life on myself. For how many temporary hit points? 6 temporary hit points.
Okay.
I want to become your warlock. You have a pact with me to get you better temporary hit points.
So now that we've taken a rest, we can totally take another one in the rope.
I think we're okay now, dude.
Let's find a spot where we can take the long rest.
Yes, I agree.
But if anything like that, comes upon us, we can at least hide out for an hour instead of fighting it.
Yeah. So I think as we continue, Odila is definitely going to be on guard. She might be walking with both of her daggers out.
Yeah. You see Dewey's also his dagger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And your daggers are just like, see, we told you so.
Yeah.
Not like literally. They're not.
Everything now has anthropomorphic voices.
I get a sidekick too, guys. They're just very pointy.
Dewey, she's talking to her knives again.
I mean, that's what the Shadowfell does to you.
Yeah. That's okay, Buck. What? What, Mr. Moreover? I was talking to my book. I didn't know yet.
I hate this place.
Oh,
Be
goodness.
careful, Mr. Moreover. Your chartreuse jacket might start commenting on your fashion choices.
Yeah. What color is Lester's jacket by now?
Now olive.
It just keeps getting lighter and lighter, aiming toward aiming toward gray by way of purple green.
Doing a reverse Pleasantville.
Yeah. So,
And as we're walking, I mean, we're trying to say as quiet as possible, but Odila can't resist just asking, like, so how often does Sabachthani get called home?
More often than I like. It used to be that she'd hide it from me. But I always knew. You know, when your heart leaves, you know it. You feel it.
And if we ever get out of this godforsaken place, is it going to be something that she needs rescuing from, or she can take care of herself?
My wife is entirely capable. And usually when she's called like that, it's a situation of more political threat than any sort of physical threat. Her family dynamics are Byzantine, to say the least.
Odila just thinks, Byzantine.
Is that by
Where
Am?
is Byzantine? Yeah.
What was it? It's the Red Wizards of Favian.
no, it's the period of the Waterdavian history where everything was done in really broad colors.
I still like this place better than Baldur's Gate.
I mean, well, at least Baldur's Gate, we weren't really getting mugged.
Maybe that is the strategy we should have taken with these undead.
Tell them how rich we are.
Look at me, I'm so full of life.
Yeah.
Can't take this away from me.
Did any of them have any money or anything on them?
Do you think money is used here in the
They
Shadowfell?
dissolved.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you also burnt one to a crisp.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Les just stare daggers at you. In Wuya, you have the book, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there actually, that's a good point. Is there perhaps we've got our general guidance of following this track, so I guess there's no point in asking the book if there's any other guidance. But if we start to lose the track, the book might be of use there.
Flip open the book. Hi, small child. Mrs. Moreover isn't here right now, but I'm taking
please
it
leave a
in her
message.
stead. Are we going the right direction?
Oh, hi. I'm Halutha.
Hello.
Sure, that works. Well, I mean, I can't really see, but hold on. And you feel like a pulsing in your hand where you're holding the book. It doesn't feel It doesn't feel like the Shadowfell mist that is everywhere around you. It's not cold. It's actually a kind of a warm comfort pressing against your hand. And
Passive sonar.
then she says, "Yeah, you're still going the right way. You're following the wagon trail."
Okay. I think I heard Mrs. Moreover talking about how you all were travelers. Is this your wagon trail?
Well, have you ever heard of the Vistani?
Have I?
Roll me a history check. Mr. Int-based character.
17.
You are familiar with the Vistani. One of the more interesting things. So they are people who travel with their wealth. They travel in covered wagons that are made of beautifully festooned canvases. There is jewelry and beads that clink as they go, and there's always a song about whenever the Vistani are around. They are a very cheerful people. The most notable thing about them, though, is that they are people who pass between planes, which is part of why you know about them. They commonly pass between the material plane and domains of dread, usually, not the Shadowfell proper, but they are known to go to and from the Shadowfell as well. Okay. Mostly because it doesn't affect them the way that it does other humanoids.
So, I'm curious, because you are all of the Vistani, how come this place doesn't, make you feel bad?
I don't know why. It just never has. We think, there's stories, of course. There's always stories with the Vistani. But we think that our God granted us the boon of the open road and the ability to travel between without being hurt like y'all are.
Who's your god?
I forgot his name.
Does God of Open Road ring any bells for me?
Roll me a history check. Well, I do a search.
10.
The Traveler.
Jim.
Jim.
Oh,
Jim
well,
Dark Magic.
I am incorrect. Okay. With that low of a roll, you don't know anything specific. And then she kind of, oh no. Sorry. Gods are what you people believe in. The rest of you. For us, it's. You know about the weave? Yeah, you know about the weave. I can feel magic all over you. We believe in threads of fate. So if you pull on something, there's an equal and opposite reaction in the other direction.
I relay this in about the similar detail to the group because it's in my head that I hear.
Yeah.
Well,
They
can't
can't hear you.
Imitate her voice. It's quite creepy.
As a prepubescent boy, it's pretty easy to hit that range, so I thought I might try.
Okay.
That was a very loud pen.
Pen click.
I haven't spelled the word prepubescent in a really long time.
I don't know why you would need. Oh, so close!
I don't know. Let's pull it up.
Punch her!
Pull it up in your browser history.
Oh, that was close.
Well, I said
It would have been beer too, even worse.
Just smell like bread. Really shitty bread.
And Odila wants to take out her book, which, because I forgot my notebook, I forgot the title of this.
Flowers in the Attic.
Oh. Sorry.
Flowers in the Attic.
No,
was
that is
first
not the name of the
edition
book.
it, but the publisher decided to rename it as
Tears of Argus by
Tears of
Liliana.
Argus. And that was about different planes, right?
So yes, it was about a flying ship.
Yeah, it's fiction about a flying ship going through different planes.
Yes.
Yeah. So she just wants to try to skim to see if there was ever a chapter where this flying ship went into the Shadowfell.
It's the Spelljammer rulebook.
Thank you. I can never remember the setting name.
Are there beholders flying pirate ships?
I mean, obviously.
So she's just like, as we're walking, like trying to flip through, just skim and see if there's any chapter where this fictional ship went through the Shadowfell.
Not into the Shadowfell itself, but you do see mention of adventures that happened in the Shadowfell, and everyone. One of the first mate in the story is recounting an adventure to the cabin boy, and saying, "Yeah, boy, you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Sucks all the life out of you."
Yeah.
Jiminy Jillikers, Mr. First Mate.
I cannot do a pirate accent, and I refuse to try.
So all she's doing, she's skimming any mention of Shadowfell and see if there's like any helpful information, kind of assuming that the author would have done some research, but real tips or insights about the Shadowfell.
Most of what the first mate says about the Shadowfell is avoid it like the fucking plague. But if you have to go there, try to keep your mind focused. Try to focus on light. Try to focus on happiness. In as much as the Shadowfell wants to leech it away from you, focus on connections between you and other people, because the more those break, the more you drift into shadow.
Got it. She's like, well, happiness isn't really my strong suit. And she'll like look around at her party and just say, okay, well, guess I'll try.
As Dewey overhears her say, happiness isn't really my strong suit, the dancing lights coalesce together into just a small humanoid form that just kind of starts like walking
Yeah.
awkwardly.
She'll actually give a little chuckle at that.
I'm imagining like Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest, that kind of lightness to it. That's adorable.
I wonder if I killed that.
And then they kind of like surround us again, low to the ground.
But the warmth that all of you feel on seeing this adorable, funny. For a second, something was funny in the Shadowfell. You all feel a lightness in your heart that helps lighten your steps a little bit as you're walking.
Did Sabachthani, or sorry.
Then suddenly, like, they are our footsteps, or at least mine. So when I take a footstep, it's like, poof, there's like 4 of them.
We're caught in the Billie Jean video. Ba, ba.
Just trying to figure out, all the uses for them at this point. We're
I've been
doing
experimentation.
a lot of
walking.
Did Sabachthani ever mention the other presence in the book that was like gunning for me, right?
She didn't mention. No,
Oh, okay.
at least not to you that I recall.
Okay.
Would have been a fun conversation. This book wants to kill you, sugar.
Oh gosh.
What an
I hope
excellent
you're
imitation of your
watching.
wife's
Yeah.
voice.
Mr. Moreover, just curious about bedtime stuff. Do you reverse roles at any point?
Well,
the dancing lights like go in my ear.
I think all roles are fluid, Wooya. It's what keeps things fun. You never want to get too staid.
Understood.
Variety is the splice of bedtime stuff.
Splice?
Yep. 100%.
Just going to slightly drift away from Mr. Moreover about 10 feet and just keep walking.
So as you're walking, holding the book, Helitha kind of whispers, "Hey, you're Wooya, aren't you?"
Yep. And you're Helitha.
And you're here. You weren't supposed to be here.
That's what someone else told me.
Who told you that?
Friend.
Well, they were right.
Based on this, no one should really be here. Not a really great place to be.
Yeah, but you really shouldn't be here.
Would you care to illuminate more on that? Because my friend chose not to.
If I say much more, the other one in here is going to wake up. I'm surprised it hasn't woken up with you holding it. I'm actually really surprised it hasn't woken up with you holding it. Maybe it was enough to get you here.
And who is this other thing?
I've never caught a name. I think it's a thing that's kind of beyond names.
Would you telling me more information actually help us, though?
It might not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Helatha, if you feel at your discretion it would be appropriate to illuminate my mind, let me know.
I'll tell you.
And did the dancing lights do anything when you heard illuminate?
They're still in my ears.
okay,
I can't
okay.
hear.
Well, and also, that was all in Ouya's head. So, the four of you and Rusty continue to travel. Pity that was behind your name thing. You all continue to travel as, again, the light doesn't really change. Everything has a sameness to it that drags at your spirits. But you continue onward until, Odila, give me a perception check, please.
Well,
We got inspiration for days.
yeah. We might. Let me remind myself.
We got an hour to burn
Yeah.
all this inspiration. Treat it like a rental car.
Okay, so 12, and we'll add another inspiration.
Upside that, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nice.
18.
With an 18, as you are traveling along and you can start to feel the weariness pulling at you, the telltale sign that it's getting toward time to sleep, you do see a cave a little way off of the path that looks quite well sheltered.
Okay, this might be our best bet for resting for a while.
Dewey, could you send your lights in there just in case?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna send the lights and Rusty in. And actually I put my hand on Ouya's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And
Knowing the
go-
sign.
Go into Rusty.
All right, so you warg into Rusty and go darting in with the lights following you because now you're able to move them along essentially as Rusty. And you come into this cave. It's a little bit deeper than you expected, seeing it from the outside, but you are able to take some time and actually look around the cracks and crevices and know that there does not appear to be any other means of egress or ingress.
Okay. It looks clean in there.
Well, clean's a bit of an overstatement. There was some sort of something that slept in there, and it's not very pleasant. But it is sheltered, and it appears to be empty.
It's currently empty, but it appears to have been used recently.
I think this is our best bet, as you said.
It is. We'll just.
We can clean it up a little.
And Odila just looks at Les. You clean. I would like to see that.
That's what Tidwell is for.
Okay.
Yes, sir!
Let's start getting it set up then.
Yeah. So first thing Dewey's gonna do is not go in first. So whoever does go in first,
I'll go.
Yeah, Odila
Okay.
will go in.
he's gonna sit down and start casting ritually detect magic
Okay.
and just kind of look around and just send the dancing lights, not dancing around, but slowly moving around in case anybody wants them.
Yeah.
All right, so you focus on casting detect magic. You said.
Mhm.
All right. So while you're doing that, the lights are inside. Anyone who would like to can make me a perception or investigation check, whichever is higher for you.
Investigation.
Investigation 19.
I'm proficient. I have a 19 as well.
Oh, wait.
Anything you can
used
do,
my
I can do
passive
just as well.
before.
Anything you can do, I can do just as well.
Passive of 16.
Okay. So between the three of you, you do check the entirety of this cave, and you are both people of the world. You are well aware of things like, secret doors and things like that. I'm actually going to move this
Look which
because it
one.
is very hard to see you.
But we both did it better than her. If you had 904 in the secondary,
Yeah, secondary betting of when Thomas Cook would stand up. You win. What is your prize?
sarcastic
What's going
clap. Wow.
I gotta turn that on.
Wiggle the mouse. Wiggle the mouse.
Yep.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
But you do move around and like press on anything that looks like it might be a secret button or something like that. And in the 10 minutes that he spends casting Detect Magic, you have satisfied yourself there is no secret way in or out.
Les just walks around the whole cave going, Scepter. Nope. Scepter. Nope.
Maybe because it's Shadowfell, it'd be something more like Shadow.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Shadowfell.
Spleen.
When you say the word Shadowfell, it's like chill runs down your spine.
Nope, don't say that one.
All right.
Okay. What's the opposite of Shadowfell? Light rise. Sunrise.
Leg rise?
Light. I said light, not shadow.
Technically, the Feywild is the opposite of the Shadowfell.
Hey,
But
Feywild.
No, don't
Anything
say
happen?
that. Don't cross the stream.
it doesn't seem to have any effect that you notice.
Okay.
But definitely saying the name of the place is enough to make you go, that might have gotten attention.
Mental note.
Would anyone like some gruel? Tidwell has made a particularly mediocre bath.
No, if
That's
we
a step
must.
up from this morning.
It's true.
Okay. Yep.
I still have some rations. I might just.
I mean, they're probably just as bland, unfortunately. It's endemic of this place. Although, I'm starting to get used to these. It's weird to drink oatmeal, but
Thomas would say otherwise.
I think,
Sometimes you just put too much water in it.
at this point, Odilla's just silently, eating her gruel. She's tired.
Yeah.
the mint is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like cilantro.
Is there any?
Uh,
Is there anything magical in here?
So coming in with your magical sight and looking around, there is so you see the charms. You cast heroism off of yours. Mm-hmm. Okay. You see the very faint. You can see blazing light like little stars. The charms that your two companions wear. She still wears hers, but it doesn't give off any light anymore. And you see the same on yourself. Aside from that and any other magical items that you're carrying, you see the very faintest residue of magic that was here. It looks old and like it's been broken.
Okay. And once I kind of look around for 10 minutes, I'm going to then start alarm, casting that around the place, and I suppose really just the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go all the way around.
I mean, better safe than sorry,
Yep.
right?
Cast alarm all the way around. Everybody, I'm going to cast an alarm spell. You can all go in and out as necessary.
I hope this one's silent. You've learned to make it silent.
Well, in here, yeah, it'll just go off in my head.
Great.
It's Lester just going.
Nope. I've designated all of you.
That
Go
would be
in and out.
so mean.
Okay.
Tidwell.
yes, sir.
Just every hour.
Just keep throwing rocks through it.
Yeah, no, so we're not eating in dim, dark light. I will also have dancing light as Dewey is doing his thing, just to keep it slightly more pleasant in the cave. Get it a nice tungsten warm.
I think I have a dance on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I assume everyone is setting watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the order?
For the first time, Adela, she's exhausted. She says, "If you don't mind, could I take last watch tonight?"
Why don't you skip a watch tonight? You have
Don't
stuff
think
that
any of
I
us
will...
can skip a watch without Sabachthani.
I mean, normally I do. Skip a...
Yes, but your dear wife is no longer here.
But we can take 3 longer watches.
But you won't be rested.
No,
then.
you have to take 4. I mean,
I'll
can
take the
rest-
lesson.
Okay.
Because you need to have 6 hours. 6 of the 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, she'll just take the last watch.
I'm gonna put some caltrops outside the door just in case. So
Why do you have caltrops?
why don't you? Don't you expect danger wherever you go?
No, I expect comfort wherever I go. It's much better that way.
I have a grappling hook too and a small little hammer,
While they're talking, Odela's already started sleeping. She's taking advantage.
little bag of sand.
A little bag of sand?
It's for writing things down.
You can't write with sand.
And it dries the ink.
Why are you carrying all that? What? Pockets?
It's all in a backpack.
Well,
That's just a big pocket. On your back.
Technically true.
as you two banter, I guess I'll sleep too.
So who's taking first watch?
I'll take first.
I guess of the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Backpack.
And who's second?
I'll do second.
I'll do third.
I try and wake Dewey up by setting off his alarm when it's time for his watch.
You just see a fox with like angry eyebrows looking at you.
It's hostile! Kill it!
Temporary hit points go away when you take a long rest. I will just point that out. All right, so Lester, roll me a perception check for your watch, please.
Ooh, that's a 9. Oh, that is a... Sorry, perception's not a good skill of mine. That's a 17.
Okay. So as you, this is the first time that you have really taken a watch.
God, I feel so
Full stop.
working class.
So pleb.
So pedestrian.
As you settle yourself as comfortably as you can near the cave mouth, a little ways away from the alarm, but close enough that you can poke it if you need to. You start looking out on the area around you. You're still in the forest, but you're up a little bit on a bluff. And looking over, what strikes you is how quiet it all is. That when you're in a forest, you expect wind, you expect the sound of birds or something like that. You've been in the material plane quite long enough to know that sort of thing. And the eeriness of the silence just sits on you as you watch and you listen. And way, way off in the distance, you hear something that sounds like a very distant roar. Make me a history check.
That is a 2.
Cool. Maybe it's something large? You're not sure.
I believe that is the dragon Fistandantalus.
Sure, for all you know. But your watch passes without incident. And if you would like to wake Dewey by repeatedly poking the alarm, I suspect that will work.
Oh.
Seeing how large a rock will set it off if I roll it through. Which is about as close as I've ever come to physical labor.
Bogthany would be impressed if she were here to see it.
It's your watch.
Oh. Okay.
Just to warn you, Fistandantalus, the ancient gold dragon, is out there roaring.
What do you mean, just to warn me?
Just to warn you.
What do you mean?
Well, if you hear a roar out there, it's probably Fistandantalus, the ancient gold dragon. He may or may not be hunting me for reasons that are not germane to any of this.
Oh,
Although I will tell you, never cheat at cards when you're playing with a gold dragon.
okay.
They really get a bugaboo about that.
Maybe start with don't play cards with a gold dragon. Wait, are gold dragons okay? Are they good? Are they bad? What are they?
Well, they're very literal minded, I'll tell you that. And they can count more than 4 aces.
And they're right outside our cave?
Well, I mean, no, it seemed like it was far away.
Caltrops aren't gonna do anything against a dragon.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
not gonna do anything against much of anything. Nothing here has feet.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? You should go to bed.
Good night, Dewey. I hope you are not eaten by an ancient gold dragon.
Well, I'm up now.
And take your perception check, please.
Dirty 20.
All right. So settling in to the same spot that Lester was in, because it's a good spot to look out over. Rusty comes and sits on your leg. Is he taking a watch as well? Are you gonna roll a perception for him?
Sure, I'll roll a perception check. No, mine's better.
All right. So
It's
is
like,
it?
are those caltrops?
He comes and very dog-like rests his head on your knee and falls asleep again.
Aw, so tired.
He is so tired, and you can see why. He is a creature of magic, and everything about this place is antithetical to his existence to an extent. And you can feel it too, being someone who is in touch with the weave the way that you are. You can feel how everything is just twisted. Like if you were looking at a piece of cloth, as if someone had taken a thread and pulled it and twisted up the warp and the weft.
I can cast mending on that.
It's too big. It is entirely.
10 minutes.
Yes.
it's
Mending
entire-
on the weed. Everything's fine.
Man, if that worked, that would be the coolest thing ever. But your watch comes to an end, and Will Yai's up next.
All right. Go.
As
Wake
you're
him up.
as you're standing up to him to go and wake him, you also hear very faintly that roar. Give me a history check.
17.
You know that there are creatures known as shadow dragons that live in the Shadowfell.
Okay.
And you don't know that it's a shadow dragon and not just a regular dragon, but from all of the things that you have read and the stories that you've heard, that sounds like a dragon, but a long way away.
All right, I'll wake Wuya up. Hey, Wuya. It's time for your watch.
Okay.
There's caltrops right outside the cave.
Oh, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. And there's also either an ancient gold dragon that's hunting Mr. Moreover, or a shadow dragon somewhere off in the distance. But I heard a really loud roar.
You know, to be honest, the first one's probably the most likely one.
You know what? And he's not hunting me, so.
I mean, it's a good thing Mr. Moreover didn't go to the gambling hall, because I feel like then we would have actually been mugged.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he lost cards to the gold dragon.
That makes sense.
I won the most money of anybody.
He actually said that dragons can count more than 4 aces. So, you know.
I'm pretty sure most people can count more than 4 aces.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what? Then he wasn't lying.
That's true. By the way, Dewey, good job today.
Oh, sorry, I stole your kill.
No, it's fine.
I really didn't want Mr. Moreover to get it.
That's understandable. It's understandable. But hey, you did real good.
Cool. You too. I would love to learn the electricity thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, and the way you were able to shape your magic to be different types was something I can't do.
Cool. I saw you heal yourself.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, sometimes it's helpful in that regard to be able to. Anyway, good night.
Cool. Good night.
Booyah's trenchant explanation of healing. Sometimes it's useful.
What? Useful? That? Never.
Snuggle up in a corner in my bedroll with my fox.
You know, as you do. All right, so.
And Wuya will step out, and after
Ping.
Nope.
Not under the Caltrops, but like a good portion out just to keep watch. And the healing self line just kind of resonates with him, and he'll sit Seiza, like knees bent, and he'll take an incense and take the 10 minutes to bring back Iris.
All right. So you go through the ritual. You didn't destroy her. You should just be able to call her back with an action.
Yeah, I used the word dismiss though, which at least in the find familiar way is you can I don't know.
Let me look at the wording of the spell.
Oh, okay. Well, you can temporarily dismiss your familiar. It disappears into a pocket dimension where it waits your summon. Alternatively, you can. I missed that first dismiss. Okay. I was just like, ooh, the wording. I did say dismiss, so she's gone.
No, she's like, you have felt the presence of her in that little pocket dimension. She hasn't been pushing, but she hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
She's just waiting for you to call for her back.
Yeah. At which point, I'll take that kneeling position and bring her back. Just pop her up on right in front of me, about 5 feet.
And she'll appear, brindle her feathers, and preen herself a little bit, and then look up at you.
Sorry.
You still mad at me?
Not really mad at you. Never mad at you. Just a little mad at myself.
Why? Why are you so upset with yourself?
There are limitations that I could not surmount. And you reminded me of that.
Well, for as strong as you're becoming and as powerful as you were, you're still human.
And that's the limitation.
Well, yeah, but humans aren't all bad. She'll actually come and hop up on your shoulder, preen your hair a little bit.
Thank you. Yeah, it's not a matter of good and bad, it's just it's a short existence.
But that's what makes it better. At least that's what the elves say. They're jealous.
And I'm jealous of their time. So, hey.
If only you could trade.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we watch out for a dragon?
There are dragons around here. Not immediately, as well, as far as I can tell. Let's find out. And she'll jump off of your shoulder and swoop up into the sky, still within the 100 feet of you.
Dragon swoops over.
And give me...
6 aces, human!
How dare you! Give me 2 perception checks, one for you, one for Iris, please.
Me, not bad. 18, Iris at 22.
Okay. So she is spiraling above the mists, high enough up that you can't see, but you know, because she is a creature of this place, that she can see through it just fine. And so she's watching and listening, spiraling above you in very, very tight circles, keeping an eye over everything. And you are watching and listening over the course of the 2 hours. And you have a moment of temptation where you want to try again, because for that moment, that warmth was everything. But the land around you calls your attention more at the moment. And Iris swoops down a little bit, enough to go, definitely a dragon nearby. Not super nearby, but we'll need to be careful.
Okay.
It looks like it's a gold shadow.
Maybe it is.
A combination of both.
Maybe it is a gambling partner of Lester.
Could be. It doesn't seem to have noticed us, though, and I would very much like to keep it that way. They suck.
Iris. Can you often peer into my head?
I mean, we're connected mentally, so...
If you feel me slipping, just give me a little bonk.
I can do that.
Thanks. And we will continue the rest of his watch.
And the rest of your watch continues uneventfully.
Okay.
Odila, your hit point maximum is back to its normal, and you are fully healed because you just got the 6-hour rest.
Cool.
Hey, Odila.
Oh, well, that went by quickly.
Yeah. Just so you know, there is a gold shadow dragon out there who is a gambling partner of Mr. Moreover, who definitely does not like him. So, it'd be best, yes, gold shadow dragon. It's
Okay, I was asleep for only 6 hours, right?
only 6, but in an interesting development and Mr. Moreover's long stories, we got another thing to watch out for.
Of course. Okay, well, go get some rest.
Do you want Iris to join you?
Oh, she's back. I mean, I wouldn't mind the company.
Okay. You heard her.
Pops over to Odila's shoulder.
Well, hello there.
And usually the claws would dig in, but she's
Yeah.
got her little red boots.
Yeah.
A slightly lighter red now.
I hope it doesn't offend you, but I do prefer you in your corporeal form. I just wish I had some bacon.
Reaches in the pocket. Here you go. It's
Yeah.
kind of
What's the state of it?
desaturated.
Yeah.
Desaturated and a little bit twisted, but definitely
Okay.
it's still
It's
edible.
bacon at this point.
It's
Odila-
turkey bacon.
Odila will break off a piece and give it to.
And Iris eats it with every sign of enjoyment.
Okay. Okay.
And you don't see any come falling through her.
That is great.
This is what it's like to be full? How has no one told me?
It's been so long!
Yeah. Good job today.
Well, you too, Leah.
Good night. And just bundles himself up in the corner.
All right. Make me a perception check for Iris. Odila, make your perception check as well, please.
Okay. 23 for Odila.
18.
All right. So Iris preens your hair a little bit, Odila, before taking off and flying into the air again. And you can see the outline of her body for a little bit, especially with your perception check. But you lose her in the mist. But you do hear her caw occasionally, and you've been around her enough now to know what her sounds like. And she caws occasionally just to let you know, hey, I'm still here, while she's keeping an eye on things. For your part, are you sitting inside the cave or outside?
Yeah, she'll be just outside.
Ping.
Oh yeah, the call trips. I didn't mention that. Whoops.
She rolled a 23 on perception. She's like,
Perception.
oh.
Her perception is good enough that the lights, what little light there is, catches on the cow trap. She's like, don't step there.
That would have been nice to know about.
Whoops. But you settle in for your watch, and you're watching and listening and thinking about the parts of the book in your bag that referenced the Shadowfell. They weren't in the Shadowfell themselves, but having read what was in there and now looking around you, you wonder, maybe for the first time, how much of it is actually fiction. Because the way that the first mate describes it is exactly how it feels to be here, with the weight of the darkness, the pressure of the dread on your heart, the ever-present silence ringing in your ears, the way that it could drive you to madness.
Yeah.
And you wonder, how good is her imagination?
Right. She's not going to do it now because she wants to be plenty alert for the watch, but she will make a mental note when she's back at Candlekeep to really read through the book and maybe pick out locations that she thinks she could also test this theory of there's just no way you could imagine this. Only someone who'd really been there would be able to describe it. So locations that are lesser traveled, for example, that'll be her task when she gets back to Candlekeep.
Okay. Noted. But your watch passes uneventfully.
Does she hear any dragons?
At the very tail end of your watch, the roar is closer than you think Wuya described.
You can set your watch to that thing. Every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours.
Less.
It's the 9:40 right on time.
And Iris comes and lands on your shoulder, but she doesn't look upset or concerned.
Okay.
She sort of settles on your shoulder, lets out a little caw, preens your hair.
With Iris's mimicry, she'll just do a soft mimic of the dragon roar.
Right in Odilla's ear. But it is very soft. Just enough to be like, you heard that too, right?
Yeah, it sounded a little closer than Wuya described it, but you don't seem very concerned. Still, I won't want to dawdle here too long after everyone's awake.
And everyone begins to wake up. I would like everyone, you already know.
Oh, shit! Not again. I only have so many pep talks in me, man.
Wisdom saving throw, everyone.
Oh, I got an 11.
So
We do have.
Ooh,
wait,
nat 20.
dirty
can we add?
20.
Can I,
24.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
inspire your, because I don't want to.
Ugh.
Sick of these heartfelt moments, damn it.
Oh, jeez. Shit.
In the
What was
box.
the DC last time? I don't remember.
Oh, plus
Probably gotten
6.
worse.
17.
All right.
I have a 14.
20.
You got a nat 20?
24.
17.
All of you pass.
All right, I guess 14's enough.
You wake up and there's a little fox snuggled in next to you.
Oh, Rusty.
This is not hostile at all.
And he's just kind of like rubbing his head on you.
That is a disarming noise.
It's very cat-like.
Yeah, it's
the
Rusty
cat-
making biscuits. on
Foxes
He's
are
giving you a
the
massage that you're not eating.
foxes are the cats of the dog world,
Oh, I can't believe it.
and thus the only good dog.
Oh, wow.
All right. So I assume all of you are eating the thin gruel that
Yes.
Tidwell has provided.
It's not your best work. I'm gonna candidly. I think it's important for a supervisor to give candid feedback.
You know, this is better than.
Roll
you
for
know,
roll for initiative. He's gonna attack you for that. No,
This is
he's
hit points.
This is much better than the stale rations I had last night.
Why do you call it rations?
I don't know.
Where are you from?
Oh, the Shadowfell, apparently. Guess that's how they pronounce it here.
Yeah.
He's from the Noshin Shadowfell. Wait, Nashin.
Because I've called them rations since they were iron rations.
What?
I mean, ratio. I don't know. But we don't.
Y'all pronounce words weird here.
So is that a long rest?
It is a long rest. Congratulations, you are all well rested, and you don't have any effect of despair. So,
That's something.
you chose to fail that.
I know.
Role playing. Yep, because you passed it last time.
Yeah.
You just chose not to. All right, so the four of you plus your companions, your familiars, come out of the cave, gather up your caltrops.
Yep.
She says, reminding you that you dropped those.
I would have remembered one way or another.
So many D4s all over the floor.
Who left these toys? One of the little ones.
Technically accurate, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are they just like a bunch of Legos?
All right. Rusty, I probably won't kill you today.
Aw. All right, so all of you pack up and continue along the wagon trail.
Is it a little happier now? Or no?
The wagon trail?
It doesn't get much happier, sadly.
No, the wagon. Oh, the Shadowfell.
And Adilla will, again, she is ready. Knives out. But she's also trying to listen for the dragon roar.
Does anyone tell Lester that he's right?
No. I'll just say our dragon friend was a little closer to the cave by the time it was my watch, but doesn't mean we'll be continuing on in the same direction we are.
So the good news about Fistandantilus is that he has no sense of smell. You see, he was addicted to snuff. And it wreaked havoc on his smell.
Thomas, could you pass me that?
That is lucky indeed.
And so I would mark the cards with Saba's perfume. And he wouldn't notice. But he did notice the extra aces. I mean, what were the chances that they'd all come up in the same hand?
100%. Because you put them there.
That's not how math works, Wu Yang. I had 2 aces up my sleeve. Undetectably, they were added to my hand. But then I was dealt 2 aces, and he was dealt 2 aces. And so I, thinking, well, now I got 4 aces. But he's got 2, 6 aces on the table. I've got some explaining to do.
I mean, yeah, especially when you got 2 clubs and 2 diamonds, that's weird.
How did you know that?
Just give him a very gentle smile of an 8-year-old boy.
That's somehow more terrifying.
I mean, I know you have a gambling problem, but...
It's not gambling if you know you're gonna win.
You know, maybe I should introduce you to Fistandantilus.
Well, that'd be kind of cool. Because dragons have all kinds of secrets and they can tell lots of stories. Maybe he has, treasure. Because dragons have treasure.
He had amazing treasure. I actually, in that card game, I won from him a goose that lays platinum eggs. Actually, electrum. Weighs electrum eggs.
Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking we didn't have the best luck with geese.
That really devalued the treasure at that instant.
I mean, it's still impressive. The goose does not care for it, but...
I mean, honestly, pushing out electrum.
Let me tell you, an electrum omelet...
Oh my god.
I mean, it is a softer metal, so I mean, that would just like come out very warped.
Tasted lovely.
As you all are traveling through the forest seems to go on forever. But you are still following the wagon trail. It's a little bit lighter here, but you are still able to see it. And as you're getting toward what feels like about midday, way off in the distance, you hear a goose honk.
Oh, it's the ghost that hates you.
Lester,
Doesn't hate me.
maybe you should stop mentioning creatures that might not be so friendly towards us.
Maybe if you keep mentioning Sabachthani, she'll come back.
Yes, let's try that.
Well, speaking of creatures that are often not that pleased with me.
Well, I guess I don't mind that much as long as they are pleased with us.
There was a gorgon.
Oh,
Nope,
no,
nope.
stop.
About, like, towards the end of the day, I'm going to send Tidwell flying up to see if he can see any sight of this hand and horn.
Okay. So Tidwell is not a creature of this place. So he is able to get above the mist right at the very edge of where you can hear him. It is thick mist. Thick with like 4 C's, a Q, U, and an E.
Fan art of that mist.
Yeah.
And when he comes back, he says, "Why are you making me do his voice? God damn it." "I'm terribly sorry, sir, but it seems to be too far away for me to be able to see it." That's the best you're getting out of that.
No, that was fine. That was fine. Human effort. He drank some water recently. So we're still not anywhere near the hand and horn. It's not visible.
Do we need to go there? We're trying to go to which way, right?
Well, I mean, it looks like the road the road mysteriously disappears in the forest, but I'm hoping that this is a suitable landmark. And then there's another road, it seems, from there,
Okay.
cleverly labeled this way, pointing the other direction, which is wonderful. We're going that way, apparently.
Okay.
Which way?
That way.
No, to which way?
Yeah, we're going that way to which way?
Okay.
Oh, stars and
Which is
stones.
this way?
No, we're going that way.
That like lasts for
way?
an hour.
I can do that forever.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Yes, this wonderful reproduction of the Who's on First
Yeah.
sketch.
So the Gorgon was named Raphael.
Lester, I swear, please stop mentioning. Things seem to come to life with strong enough
Did they
thought.
have a brother named Michelangelo?
No, but they had some really impressive genitalia.
What?
Okay.
I remember
That's a lot
correctly,
coming from you.
Dewey loved your stories about beholder mating.
Well, no, Gorgon.
I think that's rock hard, you know what I'm saying?
Look, I don't know much about Gorgon mating, but Raphael and I had a tryst. And it ended poorly when he found out I was married.
Okay.
A Gorgon?
Again, Lester, let's not imagine all of the creatures that want to get revenge on you, because this seems like a place where they may appear. Let's think of things and beings that may want to help us.
Think
Maybe
of the children, Mr. Moreover.
No.
Children. We seem to have enough children.
Yeah,
in this
I do
body.
not need any more children around me.
How about a walking sentient mint julep that just says "drink me"?
That would be disturbing.
I mean, I think Club Scepter is basically that.
Think of Club Scepter, and maybe it'll just open right here in front of us.
Yeah, but it'll be like a TGI Fridays or something. It'll just be a
Odella
sad version.
is making her hardest about mellow gags forever.
You know he's got a ball gag somewhere.
And his large carrying.
That's in Saba's luggage. You see, the connection here, you have to keep a connection to the material world. And it just so happens that most of my strongest connections are various creatures that I have in some way wronged.
Okay. And if they
Through no fault of my own, I assure you.
Oh, of course
So
not.
accidentally wronged?
Yes.
But the intention to have those playing cards feels very
Intentional.
intentional.
Well, yes, but the unintentional part was him noticing.
Right.
I did not intend for him to notice.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
So Adela, do you have any not things that are going to kill you that's on a material plane that are like...
I mean, I wish I was back with Sarai right now, to be honest. Maybe I shouldn't have left Baldur's Gate.
Everyone should leave Baldur's Gate.
So do you know them? Did you just meet them? Was it...
Yeah, you were there when I met this.
Well, it was very clandestine, true, but it was also very, you know, quick to ignite. So I'm just curious if it was someone from your past or anything.
No, in life you just have to be proactive sometimes. You discuss. Wait, did I see did we all see what took place with the spirit?
Oh no, that was during my watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, so she would still think you're just a youngin'. You will perhaps learn that one day.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I hear proactive is also a really great probiotic.
Well,
really helps the
whatever
stomach.
keeps you regular.
It's definitely a toss-up at the moment whether I want to beat you to death with skeletons or with the book.
I mean, I have this strange feeling that the next encounter we're going to face, you're going to be very effective.
Oh. I hope so. As long as they're not so resistant to sharp things like our dear Death Angel we encountered.
Death Angel.
Death Angel.
Was that
the one I abhor?
do we know what that was? Like, is that a ghost? Was it like a specter? Or?
Yeah, would
Anyone
any of
who
us-
would like to can make a history check.
18.
That's not gonna
14.
do it. I don't even know. I pulled my character sheet, but
It was something I had no interest in having relations
10.
with.
That'd be a 10.
So, you just know that it looked like a more corporeal ghost, maybe. You've heard a couple more stories, but you're not quite sure at the moment. You know it was a wraith.
Wraith. Yeah. Yeah,
The Death Angel, that is. The other one was a white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so wraiths, they're this is James' knowledge right now. They're more corporeal ghosts, right? But they are brought on by negative emotions, right?
So, you would know this because you have, you know about them. A wraith is malice incarnate, concentrated into an incorporeal form that seeks to quench all life. It is suffused with negative energy, and its mere passage through the world leaves nearby plants blackened and withered. Animals flee from its existence. Even small fires can be extinguished by the sucking oblivion of the wraith's horrifying existence. Not like you would notice in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, it's technically undead, but it's not coming from any material source. It just comes from emotion, which this place seems to affect a lot.
And with that, you know that you are all very lucky that you didn't die to it. Because if any of you had been knocked unconscious, it would have raised a soldier from you to turn on your friends.
Oh, I could have been a were-wraith.
Maybe I shouldn't be so brave in the future.
Well, it was very helpful, Dewey, so I thank you for that. Yeah, let's hope we don't run into any of those again. Maybe we should attempt to keep our negative emotions to a minimum,
Yeah.
which may be difficult in this body.
Here, Mr. Moreover, hold Rusty for a little while.
I don't... What? No!
Rusty's like,
Yes.
No.
We all have some emotional support animals.
You can hold your dagger.
Yeah, delicious.
Your daggers are your emotional support animal.
Yeah, the rapier is now like...
She's gonna get a t-shirt from Baldur's Gate when she gets back. My daggers are my emotional support animal.
Get it from Bla-
Well, there's our next shirt.
yep, emotional support daggers.
Wait, what? Tiny swords.
Yeah. I like emotional support
Miniswords.com.
daggers. With like,
Miniswords.com,
crossed
yeah.
daggers.
Oh, and then we have to sell them, of course.
Well, you know, obviously. That's part of the...
Unfortunately, we couldn't get miniswords.com.
When they try to confiscate on the, caravan. These are my emotional support daggers.
I've got a note from my doctor.
You can't take them away from me. My healer said very specifically.
Yeah.
Dr. Sabachthani moreover.
No, he's your doctor. He is.
Hi.
And she is.
Multiple carriers, premium insurance.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, the four of you continue along throughout the day. Day, quote unquote. Again, the wagon trail is continuing in front of you, and the forest just goes on forever. It feels like it's never ending. You are making progress. You can feel that. But you're not sure how much longer you're going to need to go.
Don't kill any deer.
Can't imagine why you'd say that.
Oh, the book thought 2 days, and we're coming up on the second day, aren't we? We did get a bit distracted, I suppose.
I think Sabachthani said that it was a little over 2 days.
So with the guiding light that you had before, Iris had said a few days maybe, because it's an estimate.
Do you think you could... unfortunately, Tidwell is not what you'd call an observational sort, but perhaps Iris could go up and see if there's any sign of that hand and horn, since that is a landmark that we know and can look for.
So she pops up into the air, and you feel her at the edge of your ability to touch her mind. And she says, I think it's too far away for me to see right now. Do you want me to go further ahead and come back?
Sure. Go about 10 minutes. We'll keep walking along the path.
Okay. And she darts off into the mist, and you lose track of her as she passes out of your ability to reach her.
Okay. Well, we just keep walking, and she'll report back in about 20 minutes.
As long as we got a wagon trail, we know where we're going.
Mm-hmm. And after about 20 minutes, she comes back into your range of sense before swooping down onto your shoulder. Yeah, it's too far away for me to see at the moment, but we are going the right direction. I recognize my landmarks.
Okay. She sees landmarks, not any that we're possibly familiar with, but we're going on the right direction.
Well, there you go.
Okay, let's keep trudging on.
Yep.
And so you do. And as you continue to trudge on, I closed the book I actually needed. Whoops. Pro tip for new DMs. Make sure you have enough room behind your screen to put books, because you don't know when you're going to need them.
Part of that's my fault. I actually moved things a little bit further down.
Give you lead poisoning.
Moving the camera. I'll move the camera.
So yeah, you get to the point where you feel like you need to stop for the night again.
Do we find a good
Yeah, we'll look
location?
around.
So all of you give me a perception check, please.
Oh, this won't go well.
Go, Iris, go!
Oh, wow.
The D20.
Oh, that's not a D20. What is that?
My passive of 16.
I got a 19.
17.
20.
All right. Between the four of you and with Iris and Rusty assisting, you actually find something that looks like it's not the trail itself, but it looks like a place where a wagon has pulled off of the trail to what looks like a campsite. A fairly well-used campsite with a fire pit dug in the center. And if you look around, especially with those perception checks, you see the places where stakes were driven into the ground to raise tents.
Helitha, is this part of your group?
Yes, this is one of our camping spots. Oh. Hold on to me. Let me. Can I look out through your eyes for a second?
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
And you feel a presence behind your eyes. It's friendly. It's you get the for a second you see a flash of a girl who's about 10 years old with bright red hair in pigtail braids.
Chinges.
And you feel your eyes swivel around, and she's like, Over there. We have a cache over there.
Oh, thank you.
And she pulls back into the book very politely. But she has indicated a slightly different colored rock that is a little ways off of the campsite.
Just beeline towards it.
All right. So, do you move the rock?
Oh, yeah.
When you move the rock, there's a little bit of a hole underneath it with a chest about yay big.
Helitha, is it trapped?
No, we don't trap caches.
Inside check that.
Nat 1. Okay.
Boom! It's not trapped, it's a mimic.
Oh my god.
Our second chance to kill you with a mimic.
Yeah, if Odila saw him in the chest, she would have been stabbing it already.
Well, I guess that's a question. Did anyone notice Wuya beelining toward that rock? If anyone would like to, with the perception checks that you have, you are able to. Because he wasn't being subtle.
Just probably
look around.
watch him go.
Yeah.
All right.
500 gold?
When Odila would have maybe assumed he was going to relieve himself, but when she saw him move over a rock and then pull, especially if she sees him pull out a chest, she will walk over there.
All right. And as you open it, you see the color is almost blinding after all of the gray and the browns and the darkness that you have seen around you. And inside, there are ribbons, there are charms, and for a second, the cacophony is such that you actually stagger back a step because it's so bright and so beautiful. Like, this is one of the first things of beauty, true beauty, that you have seen in the Shadowfell. And inside are our various charms. And we will find out what exactly those are next time that we come together. So that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Maybe we can make a suit out of them.
Thank you all so much for joining us, for the bits, the inspiration. They certainly needed it. I actually used some today.
We got a lot left.
Yeah, I think we're putting like 7 in? 6? That's 6.
there.
Yeah, we're putting
6,
6 in.
7.
Right. So that is going to
Not quite
22,
Not
right?
quite.
7.
7 and 18 is 20.
Oh, 25.
25.
That is just enough.
That's going to trigger
Ding, ding,
the
ding, ding,
point.
ding.
Sweet.
For
For
December.
Saturday, December 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make a note for yourself, Thomas,
Yes.
that we're doing a giveaway that day.
Prime of the Frostmane gets a giveaway! Oh my god!
My God!
And we've got a Birds of Paradise giveaway and Down Darker
That game
Trails.
still happens?
For now.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us. Give us a follow here on Twitch, sub over on YouTube, and if you're listening to this on the podcast, give us a review on the podcast app of your choice. Again, we are going dark for the rest of this month, so the next time that we're going to be back for a live show is going to be December 4th. The Redacted Reports will continue going throughout that time every Wednesday. We're rapidly running through Lover in the Ice. Mind the content warnings. Again, we will be back December 4th with Rime of the Frost Maiden at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Down Darker Trails on the same day at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, is there anything that I've missed?
Swords and Sages, when are we back?
Swords and Sages will be back December 6th.
Cute.
Yeah.
Slightly different setting.
Well, we are going to be remote that day because I'll be getting back from a Comic-Con and don't want to risk carrying anything to my dear and precious friends. But I'm gonna be at Emerald City Comic-Con. If any of you all are there, stop in and say hi.
I don't have to go to Fremont.
So thank you again so much for joining us. Thank you for all of the bits and everything, and thank you to you guys. I always enjoy being at this table with you and finding out what's going to happen next.
We miss you, Alondra.
We do miss you, Alondra. It'll be good to have you back.
Drive safely.
Yes, please do.
Thank you to the Baroness for running
Yes.
the
Always.
foot pedals and the switches and the buttons.
Keeping the hamster running on its wheel.
Yeah.
The Baroness on the zeros and ones.
And join us again on December 6th for the next episode of Swords and Sages.
And Patreons join us.
Yes, Patreon friends join us pretty much immediately for the After Dark episode. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.
Bati, bati, yeah.